Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
There you go. You got there.
Whew.
You did it.
Man,
Hard part's over. You said hi.
it's true. Now we go to the even harder part. Who remembers what happened last game? Anybody want to volunteer to tell me what happened last time?
I guess I'll do it.
Whoa.
Mind Eric.
Oh.
What happened last time?
I remember how we started, and usually remembering how we started is the hardest part for me. But it was so fucking huge, I couldn't possibly forget it.
Nice.
We started out.
I don't think it was that huge.
It was pretty big.
Go ahead and tell us.
We started out, and Cody was like, "Hey, what do you all want to do? Anything before we leave?" And then I was like,
thank you very much
sure.
for reminding everyone this was not in anything my fault.
Yeah.
That the first 2 hours of game was taken up with this.
Yeah, and then Ronan went to talk to Obra and was like, "Hey, can you help me come up with the Oracle title? Because I don't know what to do." And she was like, "How about I'm gonna drag you in front of all your friends and make them compliment you, you glorious fuck." And then I was like, and they did that for a bit, and then they came up with a bunch of titles, and then they settled on the Oracle of Peace. And then fucking the song started playing, and it made the picture that Obra gave Ronan start painting itself. And then it had a picture of Azorka with their friends.
Whoa!
And Azorka just looked at us and started talking to us, and it was like a spooky ghost painting. Except it wasn't spooky. It was really cool. And totally not Ronan's mom started talking really vaguely about some stuff. And then was like, also, my friend was like split into 4 people, and then 2 of them betrayed me. Is that the right number?
Yeah, two ended up basically killing the other 2.
Yeah. And
also the other friend.
Yeah, and we think that one or both of them maybe are Galen's grandma. And so that's fucked up. But yeah, and then her friend Anton, I think, the male Gerudo, he's dead now. And we were like talking to her about stuff, asking her about like, you know, where she's from, and about herself, and about her friends. And then Gorthos had this genius fucking idea off the cuff of like, yo, Galen, can we make her a body? And Galen was like, fuck it, let's give it a shot.
Dude, I already got one.
And we used their little prototype body thing that they had made. And we sucked her out of the painting and into this body, and Gorthos was like, that ain't gonna be enough. And then he reached into the fucking afterlife and pulled her soul out of the abyss and shoved it in and fused it with the painting version, and now it's just actually Ronan's mom. It's not like a weird copy or anything. So yeah. That
Congratulations.
happened. And that was the first like hour and a half, 2 hours a game.
Is there anything else you guys want to do?
Yeah, and then goes like, do you want to do anything else? And Polo had a conversation with Galen about his grandma, and what all that means. And I don't remember exactly the way that ended. I think they came to the conclusion that it's like, well, let's like wait and see what, like, Grandma's reasons were for it. Am I right, Squeaky? You can correct me on that.
More or less.
He was also worried because he thought that his parents weren't his real parents and stuff and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That too, right? Yeah, I kind of missed a chunk of that part. If you want to maybe take over that part of the recap, Squeaky.
No, that was pretty much it.
Okay, cool.
It's just some moments where Polo had to calm him down and chat with him and let him vent through.
Okay. Yeah, that happened, and then we all reconvened, and we were like, "All right, let's get going." I'm pretty sure that was the last conversation that got had. I don't think Marco or Gorthos had any combos, right? Cool. Anyway,
No, I don't believe so.
No, they were recharging their medallion. Well, one of the medallions.
Yeah, because it had a little bit of magic in it now.
Yeah.
So we went to the Spirit Temple Palace thing. We all invisibled thanks to Obra and Ronan, and Magic Frog apparently, obviously, has a plethora of infinite powers that he just has never revealed to anyone because his ways can never be fully understood.
Why would he?
And Dawn is a fucking ninja. And yeah, we got in undetected. We went down below. We found a pool of water with a long ass hallway with a bunch of little tornado guardian things. We ninja'd our way through, got to a chamber where we was like, there's an invisible barrier here. Let's dispel it. And then there were 3 people trapped in it. And we're like, they're all people we know. And we're like, fuck, we got to get them out of there. But we can't touch the water because the floor is water. The floor will fuck you up. And we did it. And I forget who the first 3 were, but we got them.
The first 3 were, I believe, Lobo. My bad. The first 3 were Lobo.
Right.
I believe Varos was one of those 3, and Clarity was one of those 3.
Right.
Yeah.
Not them.
Yeah. Lobo, Clarity, and Varos.
Yeah, we went further down the hallway after getting them back to where Rowana, which is Ronan's mom's name, where she was.
Which is my mom, who's alive now. They're inside of an armor.
Yeah, she doesn't have a body yet, but we're gonna get her one. Yeah, we went to another chamber. The same thing happened. There were 3 more people. And then the next one had 3 more. And then we got to the end of the hall where there was a bunch of other people that weren't being fucked up and used as weird magic batteries. And I think they were Zelda, Riva and Ellen, Lucifer, Eve, Galen's parents, and someone else that I don't remember.
So the people in the second chamber, the 3 that were there, were Nimbus, the Queen, and Medeus.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you kept going, you found 5 chambers. These 5 chambers had, like you said, they had Eve and Lucifer. One of them did, both of which seemed basically out of it. Just like Medeus, they were demons that have basically been drained of all of their power. Galen's parents were imprisoned. They weren't being drained or anything, but they were mainly there to essentially keep wraps over one of the people in case the male Gerudo did try to fuck with them. You're decently sure. One had June, which you know was hanging out with Nimbus.
Yes.
One had Zelda, which you guys were able to talk with. They were basically soaked to the bone, just like the others, but had waited and knew that you guys were on their way because they had felt you coming. And the last one had Riva and Ellen in it, and they're we went through that whole thing. which you can
Yeah.
tell us about in a minute.
Riva
In fact,
was
actually,
like,
before that,
yeah.
how about we, since we have a couple people here who can tell us some different things, Gorthos, what happened
So-
whenever you found the mortal goddess again?
He tried to rip the door off. It didn't work. But after Galen opened it, Gorthos very quickly hugged Zelda and apologized for not being here sooner. And a little insight was given of, hey, there's a fucking clay doll of Zelda up there somewhere, and they've been siphoning power off her. That's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. I'm gonna turn it into bone dust when I'm done. But they also gave us some insight of, hey, the gates to the sacred realm already got opened up. How? They just kind of took the bricks out until it just opened. They deconstructed the gate to open the gate, which is the most civil engineer thing I've ever heard in my fucking life.
They did that as soon as they had access to the goddess's magic. They're like, we're not waiting.
Yeah. Really should have seen that coming. But, did she say anything else?
Mainly,
Will there
she
be
was trying to
three-
calm you down from saying that you were the blame for everything.
He probably is, but that's not the point.
No, they were wrong about that.
They're right about everything else, but it's okay. I'll work through the guilt. It's fine. I'll work through it and all the other people in my way.
And then Marco, you opened the other door. You opened the door with Riva and Ellen and learned some pretty crazy things. What happened there?
So apparently, our good friend, our good ally, our good mercantile lady, kind of made a bit of a deal with some very not good people so that she could save Ellen's life, without realizing what that would actually entail, and also without realizing what would happen by doing what they told her to do, which was spy on heroes and gather them together and tell them about them. And generally, used our dwarves to do their invasion things and such, is the gathering of things. But in the end, she was like, oh, I understand what's happening now. Fuck all of you people. I'm not gonna do any more of your bullshit. And was thus put into the dungeons. And she was very upset because she had felt like she had betrayed everyone without understanding exactly what was going on until it was too late. And Marco was like, shit happens. You did it for particular reasons, and we understand, and you went against them, so it's like, they were going to get in one way or the other, is how Marco basically saw it. And that, you'll be fine. Don't worry. We're not gonna hurt you.
What happened with the rest of everything, Eric? What happened after everybody got together?
We heckin' gathered up everybody. We brought them back through the hallway because I believe the tornado things were gone at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And we all started to funnel these people out, or at least most of the people, back through the house. They were taken by like Obera and some other people, and they were like, we're gonna get them someplace else and is safe, and then go like round up some like people we know that can like fight good and stuff. They did that, so we were like, all right, let's go through this little water tunnel, which earlier we had discovered was like a passageway deeper into the place that we had like opened up the way to, but it was taking forever. So Gorthos, Ronan, and fucking Magic Frog were like, all right, let's bust this bitch open, and we did, and we're all gonna jump through, and also Mary and Gary are with us now.
That's not the last thing that happened.
It isn't the last thing. Go ahead, Marco.
Shall I take
Yeah,
over?
you remember the
this
last
Go
time.
ahead, Marco.
I don't remember what you're talking about.
So in order to get our good dry boy Don over here, he unfortunately doesn't really like being the wet, you see. And it would be very hard to convince our good buddy Don here to go in the water without a bit of encouragement.
We may reconcile at another time.
Marco fed him the magic sun water he's been holding on to for I don't know how many sessions now. And he has thus rolled very high on whatever check he had to make. And thus
He got 7 experience, right?
Yes.
Yes.
From
He has as much experience, I think, as Gorthos.
No, exactly as much. Exactly the same.
What did the boy start at?
No, I mean, he was at 0.
Yeah.
To be fair, he probably should have started at negatives, but it's just whatever he rolls on the D8 is what he gets.
Our good buddy Don is now a sentient Dodongo. Congratulations. You have an even closer buddy than you had before.
Oh, it says here all of his other stats aside from those listed are +1.
Hey,
So he has 8 experience.
He didn't gain 7. Whatever he rolled is what he got.
Oh,
to.
he had 7.
Yes.
Okay, so now, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so technically, I guess he could have got worse.
Yeah.
But he would have still been able to
could've.
talk is the main thing. The waters not only gave him understanding, which would be what the experience is, but it also let him chat with you. So even if he would have gotten, I guess he couldn't have gotten lower than a 1.
Yeah.
But like, no matter what, he would have still been able to talk. He would have just talked at a different rate. But yes, you guys were able to convince Don to come in here. You guys have a nice plethora of people joining you at this point. Currently, the ones who are here who weren't here with you before are Sentient Don. That is now here. Mary and Gary, as well as Lobo, is still here with you guys.
No, yeah, he's in the card.
He's still inside of the final clarity card you guys have. Because remember, and I'll remind you this one more time, just in case you need it, Marco. Whenever you go into those cards, they usually are basically instantly revived to a good position. Not their max, but they are usually at a point where they're like okay.
Yeah.
So you do have an okay Lobo in case you ever need him. You don't really know what Lobo does, but you do have him.
I do have him. The ultra rare Lobo card. He's been missing for so long, apparently.
I mean, apparently these guys could do fucking crazy stuff to him because it's the spirit temple. Dude was like, you can't do anything to me. How? You're doing things to me.
Walks through door. God, no!
And just imagine, that could have been what Gorthos was like. Comes to this place. Nah, nothing here can harm me. It's okay. A sage gave his life for him. So,
yeah.
With all that being said, you guys were able to bypass the little bit of a puzzle to get into this place. You did not have to wait until dawn, which may or may not be good or bad. You guys instead decided to overpower it and go forward. You guys are all in the water, technically. Dawn has done their role and is going far ahead of each of you because they do not like being in the water that much.
Go. Fly, you fool.
The ones who are going to be bringing up the rear are most likely going to be the armors. You have 2 of them now. The 2 armors and the two redeads are most likely going to be taking the rear of this area. I believe that, Polo, you had said you wanted someone to be taken by Ophi. I can't remember who you said, though. Or was that you were trying to think of that for Dawn? Oh, no, you were wanting to put the baby in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the baby can't breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So the
I
baby
can't
is
quite
in-
remember
is in
myself,
Ophi.
unfortunately.
Yeah, the baby is in Ophi for the time being. Because the baby can't hold its breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I believe everybody here, whenever you guys go through the underground passage here, you guys are heading off further toward wherever this place will go, most likely meeting up, from what you guys understand, since this is all supposed to be connected with not only the spirit temple, but also the underground of the other place. You're expecting to meet up with the others, potentially, depending on how well their thing went. As you guys continue forward, as you guys go down the way, the passage takes longer than you would hope. Ronan, you and Magic Frog are able to go relatively easily through this. Every so often, you do find that there is a bit of an area you can go to that doesn't have water in it. That being said, it starts to take a toll on the others. You do lead them further and further into this large passageway of water that is potentially coming from the spirit temple or wherever this is all coming from. But it's a trek. The entire way, each of you are making your way through water, doing your things. Just for those here, technically we should roll for Gallon, but I'm not going to. Marco and Polo. I'm going to go ahead and say that Hosier, Gallon, and that's basically it. I'm going to go ahead and say that Hosier and Gallon are going to probably take some hits from this, but the two of you have a chance. I would like for the both of you to roll me for your resistance, please.
Well, my resistance is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's your lowest
I'm
stat.
gonna roll a straight d20 though. Because it's funny when it's 0.
That's a
17 for a 16.
Heck yeah. You have a heroism, Marco. You just got one.
I have a heroism? Oh, okay, I'll use a heroism. Why not?
Okay.
Wait, that's inspiration. Heroism is over here.
Oh, there you go. You also were given Polo was giving a fleeting, but that was after they did the roll, so we're just gonna go with the 16 because that was a good one.
Yeah. Well, that was a +1. Did I mean to hit that? And that is a 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
You guys are going rather well. It is taking a bit out of the two of you to traverse this because you guys are not Zora and you guys are going for quite a while. It takes all of you guys. Ronan, you're decently sure it would have taken you a lot less time if you weren't worried for the others behind you. But it takes you guys around 2 hours to traverse this area. Occasionally getting little bits of breaths of air as you go through. You guys literally have to move almost constantly. But Polo and Marco, you guys are able to keep up with them, with everyone relatively well. Gallon and Hosier, unfortunately, do not fare as well as you guys. Gallon and Hosier are going to be losing 1 stamina.
Would I be able to try to help them, like seeing that them in particular are kind of like lagging further behind?
You would be able to help them.
To like hold them ahead.
You would be able to help them a little bit, but over the course of 2 hours, no.
Gotcha.
You are able to aid them in getting to the area, but mostly this is a breath issue. Mostly this is a moving for long periods of time, holding your breath the entire time as well.
Yeah.
So they unfortunately, until they get some good rest, the two of them are going to be losing 1 stamina. So instead of having all of their actions every round, they are unfortunately going to be losing 1 action every round. That being said, they do seem like they are physically fine by the time you guys get near the end of this. As you guys go through, getting to the far end of where you guys are at. You find yourselves finally sticking out of the water. Ronan, you wait for the others. Gorthos, you, as well as the other armor with you, as well as Mary and Gary, whom you basically have had to make sure stay going in one direction the entire time.
Okay.
Bring up the rear to this. It takes you guys an extra, we'll say around 10-20 minutes to get there than the others. But as each of you step out into this sheer darkness of the area around you, you guys hear from forward and back the sound of water being released. This is most likely because of what you guys did earlier with that hourglass. The water is slowly being released, and potentially, if you guys hadn't have released it, this area would still be underwater as well. But hey, good job!
Hey.
As you guys come out, you guys can barely see everything around you. To your guys' right and lefts, there is still a hall. You see Gallon pull out a tiny little fire, which takes him a second, but he does do it to show you guys the area forward. You guys are still in some kind of a dungeon-like area. The stone walls around you are the same as what you left. In front of you, there is a large opening and what seems like a small, multicolored, cool light. Beyond which, the flame does illuminate a path going forward as well. I guess right over there.
Probably, yeah.
Not that I'm having any trouble, but anybody need to rest? Gallon says, having trouble.
We can take a moment to rest. It's not
I do
going
not
to.
object.
Should we not rest up there then? There's apparently a light. Yeah, but as soon as we go up there, these guys are going to be curious about what it is, and then we're not going to get the rest.
He's right.
You guys sit down for a little bit, but at the same time, unfortunately, to get both Hosier and Gallon back at a good level, it would take a lot longer of a rest than this. Gallon does basically insist on waiting like at least 5 minutes before he gets back up from sitting down. But in this time, you guys do see that the light that Gallon is giving off in his hand does seem to somewhat shift, as well as the light going a little bit further on in the passageway. Whatever it is seems to be sort of making the same kind of flows as his, meaning that whatever is up ahead is most likely created through magic. Which is good for you guys, because, I mean, hey, if it's bad, you just dispel that shit. Get rid of it.
It's true.
You guys wait for a little while. You guys collect yourselves. You guys see Gorthos and the others making their way right up to you guys. As you guys do, so the plan at this point is to hope that the others made it through theirs and are going to find us.
Yes.
It's the hope.
If there was another thing like this on the other side, then most likely we'll probably see those meatheads opening it up just like we did. Honestly, without Marco, I don't even know if they would have noticed an hourglass.
Probably not.
Don't underestimate them. They're all very talented.
Oh, I thought you meant us.
I'm sure.
Well,
I'm sure one of them would have figured it out. Probably, Jazz's mom.
Not only that, but they have a couple of spelunkers with them as well. Marco isn't the only one. He is the only one that
I'm
has
the
like
only one ever.
superpowers though with it, right?
What do you mean?
You're like super powered and stuff.
Well, that's my other stuff. My Splunky stuff is just
Well,
Duh.
yeah, but like you have
Self-taught.
superpowers is what I'm saying.
sure champ.
Are you waterlogged? What's happening? Nah, I stayed in water for like a year. It's fine.
Must have been really pruny after that.
Ah,
So when you say that, do you mean like literally an entire year, or were you like getting out to sleep and then eat and then get back in?
oh, you saw that. It was basically just the oasis there. I got out occasionally, went back in, got out, get back in. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like it'd be good for you guys to do that.
Oh yeah, no, it was terrible. I didn't like it.
I can imagine.
That being said, looks around. I don't see him coming. Should we keep going?
I think we have to.
Yeah.
These friends of yours you're waiting on? What are they like?
Yeah. Oh, well. Polo can tell you all about Vega.
Someone you trust? The armor looks over towards you, Polo.
Yes, they are my brother.
A lot of things, I'm sure, have been going on, and I don't expect to understand everything. But it took a lot of strength to do what you all did. If you expect the others are just as strong as what you just pulled off with that door, I'm sure that they'll be here soon. Let's check on what that magic is.
Alrighty. Before we do that, though, Ronan does want to do one little thing.
Go
ahead. He wants to use the Serenade of Water ability of like where you can see things that are affecting a creature. He wants to use it on Vega.
On Vega?
Vega. That's that's his ghost stand-in.
Oh,
Also,
Lobo.
that's-
No, it
Yeah,
doesn't have to be a
Lobo.
person that's here with me. It could be anyone.
Oh,
Let me go look.
It's just I think it's more effective if the person is right next to me. But I can sense if someone's being affected by something anywhere.
On what card?
Serenade of Water.
Turn into what? Let me look at it. One of the home for me, listen to the song, great language. Oh my god, it's a short excerpt, 1 minute report. While playing the song, a master instruments may attempt to divine the cause or test magic affecting a single being. No, they have to be around you.
They do? I thought I was able to use it on the king once. Or is that because I had the fairy thing?
The fairy heart gave you a lot of extra stuff. Yeah.
Okay, then that might be what that is.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then yeah, he wouldn't.
I don't
bother.
remember my thoughts at the time, but when it comes to these songs, they basically have to hear the song.
I distinctly remember you letting me do it to the king when we were nowhere near the king. So but I did have the fairy heart at that time, so we
Yeah.
could just say
My brain,
that's what that was.
My brain probably went that you have like the fairy hearts. I'm like, you're fine. The one big thing here, though, I would like you to roll me for your spirit.
Okay.
Because you're an oracle now. You could just be
It's,
able to do things.
17.
14, 17. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say that you would get the thing out. You would understand that it's a little bit out of your ability to do so. That being said, if you would like to use it on anybody here, you could.
I mean, I don't think there's anyone here that he would be concerned is affected by anything right now, so
Okay.
I don't think he would.
Gotcha. You guys want to step forward?
Mm-hmm.
You do
Yeah.
find that whenever you think about doing this, you understand the limits of your song, unfortunately.
Okay.
Is that a yes? Everyone wants to move forward?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought I said yeah.
All of you gather yourselves. You guys see just a little bit away from where the water's edge is, Dawn laying, seemingly trying to get the water off of himself. As you approach with Gallon holding out the small bits of flame, you guys take note that once you enter the area, the flame, while it is expanding outwards and letting you guys see the pathway beyond this room, as well as the pathway you guys just came from, the one you're in doesn't illuminate. The only thing that's illuminating the room that you're in, you look forward, you see what appears to be a large basin of some kind, very odd looking from what little you can see from it. And in the very center, what appears to be a swirling blue and black flame. Gorthos,
Yeah.
as you look at this thing, you note that there are what appear to be 5 seemingly appendages coming around from around this large area this thing seems to be onto. As you look about it, I would like you to roll me for your experience, please.
5 appendages.
Marco, I want you to as well, but you might have a harder time. I'm letting you roll though because of Spelunker.
Thank you.
Spelunky.
Because Spelunkos.
Let's see here, and then
These are all burnt away last time.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure this is these otters were also
Anything that's in the pile that was all of this stuff is gone.
okay. I just had to make sure. Okay.
Yeah. This is why we have you guys get rid of them.
it was spirit, right?
Experience.
Experience.
Expiritus.
So that is a total of
15.
21.
22.
Both of you take a little bit of time to look this over. As you see this large something holding onto this swirling
23.
black and blue flame in the center, you guys look about it, and upon doing so, you guys try to make out what these strange appendages are onto the side of them. As you look them over, the first thing you would note is that it appears to be somewhat stone-like, but it is not stone. Marco, you're able to actually touch it. As you bring your hand over to it, it appears to be some kind of stone-like skin about this thing. Eventually, as you go through and as the two of you look this thing over, it can be nothing else than what the two of you think. That being said, neither of you have seen one of these things dead before.
Mm-hmm.
You guys see a being known as a floor master. They're large hand-like monsters that whenever they grab at a person, they hurt them and they hurl them back to the beginning of different dungeons.
We are in a significant amount of danger.
Dead floor master, but why?
You can kill them?
I didn't even know that.
You guys are decently sure that nothing less than the Sword of Evil's Bane could ever hurt these things. Yet there is one dead right here.
He almost wants to approach it.
You guys have been around it the entire time.
I touched it.
Marco touched it. This thing is not moving. It is obviously dead.
Could Gorthos examine this corpse then to see
right
if
ahead.
he can discern what killed it?
Again, it is extremely dark in this room, and no fire seems to be able to illuminate it. As you look it over, again, the only thing that is giving off any light in this room is that large black and blue fire that seems to be swirling in the palm, now that you know this thing is what it is, in the palm of this creature.
Does anyone have another light source?
Gallon makes another flame in his other hand.
Brighter.
Sorry, boss.
It's hard to see.
No can do.
I mean, the Master Sword does shoot off light beam.
Well, just examining this in the blue and black flame, he just kind of thinks and he reaches out to touch the flame with his gauntlets.
Gorthos, you reach out to touch it. Roll me for your spirit.
Yeah, I didn't just sacrifice some of that lately. A dirty 20.
Gorthos, you know that whenever you reach out to touch this, this is the last bit that is left of the power of this creature. You feel like if you touch it, or if any of you touch it, you will be harmlessly placed at the beginning of the Spirit Temple.
The beginning of the Spirit Temple?
Mm-hmm. This is the Spirit Temple.
We have an empty bottle, yes?
Yeah.
Give it here.
What are you gonna do?
He doesn't know yet, but it might work. He's gonna try and trap the flame in the bottle.
You can definitely try. Do you want to hand him an empty bottle?
Yep.
You hand him an empty bottle. You want to go ahead and try to put the flame in it?
Yep.
You reach out to place the flame in it. As soon as the bottle touches the flame, it disappears.
The two guards outside just see a random bottle just fall out of the sky. What the fuck?
Even objects.
I mean, that's good for you. Otherwise, all your clothes would be gone when you touched it.
Brothos hates these things. What a device if we make them.
Goodbye. One bottle I've had.
That's why I asked if you're giving it.
We'll try to swing back around and pick it up after everything's said and done.
It's at the entrance to the Spirit Temple.
It'd be weird to think that place would be the entrance to the Spirit Temple.
Isn't this entire city made out of the Spirit Temple?
Yeah, but it isn't the entrance of the Spirit Temple.
Brothos feels like it was the original location of the entrance before it was torn down.
Oh, you mean that cave?
It's a cave now. Great.
Well, it was a bit of a cave, and then it was a door, and then I touched it and I found these guys.
That place?
Yeah. There's like a whole area off around it. It's where all the Iron Knuckles sort of kept their way whenever I was first training around. Whenever I went to go and check stuff out, I went there and there was a door there. One that had those 3 crystals like I told you before. Whenever I went to open it, it took me right over to you guys.
Huh.
Interesting.
Not entirely sure really anything about that thing, but I know that I opened it. But whatever happened after, I don't even know if I actually stepped through it.
Are there any other exits to this room, or is this?
Like I said, there is a passageway on the other side.
Right.
Well, I guess we'll just
You
have
also
to go
hear
through.
water from that side as well. Meaning this is most likely the area where the 2 paths of water meet.
Are you sorry that we've lost the bottle for now? We'll get it back. We should continue forward then. If nothing else, we have found a convenient escape route.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep your eyes open on the floor and the ceiling.
So what do we do now? If we make it that direction, we're most likely just going to find another door like the one we saw before, right? Only this time, all of us are going to make our way to it, and then we have to wait for you to open it. Meaning some of us may not be able to handle that.
Yeah. So, as out of character, we're believing that other watery entrance is leading to the bathhouse?
If these two places are connected, you're thinking that could be the only thing it leads to.
Okay. So, yeah, okay, gotcha. So, if we're trying to meet up with the others, then that's where that's the way we would go. But if we're trying to look for a way down further to find whoever's behind all this stuff, there might be a secret door somewhere in here, is what I'm thinking.
Unless this is the way going further in. Gallon looks into the center.
That is the only other thing that would make sense, because they lead here, and if this was just an escape route, there's no point for the timer, right? This has to be where it leads.
Don't look at me. I have no idea. I could touch it.
Oh, you mean this hand thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you saying
If we're looking for a place,
that's the way forward?
If we're looking for a place that takes you further into the spirit temple, this thing probably takes us to the spirit temple.
That's way better than what I was thinking. Probably.
I don't see any reason why they would have this thing here just to take them to back to the entrance we just came from.
Yeah. Okay.
Polo's just been looking at it like a kid looks at a cake that they want to dip their finger in, but they can't.
Yeah, Polo, as soon as you saw like Gorthos touch the bottle to it and it disappeared, it's like, oh right, I guess that'll just happen if we touch that thing.
Means I can't carve it.
Oh, that was the fire in the palm of the hand. That's not the fingies or anything.
The actual corpse is there. The fire's above it.
The fire is in the palm of the hand, not above it.
Oh, sorry, palm of the hand. You try and grab the hand. Jess, I didn't try it.
I mean, I could try to carve at the parts.
As I mentioned before, it is like a stone-like skin. That being said, you do have that Sheikah knife.
Yes. She will make an attempt in.
Polo, you bring your knife over toward the corpse of this floor master. As you do find the Sheikah knife does take some difficulty, but does pierce it. Do you want to spend some time trying to gather from this thing?
Yes.
Do you guys want to commit to letting Polo take some time to gather from this?
Yeah. Barring she disappears the moment she touches it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, they're not touching the fire. Polo.
Mm-hmm.
How much time are you wanting to devote to this? Are you trying to get like the individual fingers that are this floor master off? Are you trying to just get like a small amount of skin? What are you doing?
If I can get one or two of the fingies.
As you carve through, we'll commit to one finger for now, and then once you see the time, we'll see what about that. As you carve through the finger with the with this knife, the others, I'm going to assume, attempt to try to help you after a minute. That being said, nothing barring the Sword of Evil's Bane seems to be anything that would work on this. As you do bring that out, though, looking over towards you, Marco, you would find that whenever you try to bring the sword to this thing, it destroys it, not slices it. You feel for a fact if you try to assist Polo in this, you are just going to destroy these things, not get anything from them.
Yeah.
But Polo, you are able to get through, and you are able to carve out the finger that you are led to go and carve out. There is a chuckle from Gallon as you cut off the middle finger from this thing. As you slice through the middle finger of this thing, you hear a large thunk as it does land beside of you. These fingers are about the size as you are tall, Polo.
Oh.
As you slice through one of these, it is going to take you around an hour to do so. But no blood comes, nothing like that. Once you carve that large finger off, you find that once it hits the ground, once it thuds onto the ground, the fire ignites a little bit hotter, and then the middle finger that you cut off seems to shrink. As it shrinks down to around the size of your forearm.
Oh.
You have one floor finger. We'll call it.
He just looks, he just witnesses that. You just hear, "Ugh." He hates me so much.
That was a bit of a time investment for just one thing, and for it to go down in size as much as it did.
I just still has no idea how they even came to be.
You find, as you look to this, I would like you, in particular, Polo, to go ahead and roll me for your, we're gonna say your instincts, as you carve this up and as you now look to this thing. You have one fleeting as well.
Alrighty. And put this here. Okay, so we have a 9.
69.
We have a 9, 10, 12,
14, looks like.
14. Mhm.
Polo, you feel like the material that you have just gotten from this thing is far more magical than it is showing itself to be. You feel this might be one of the highest grade materials you've ever carved.
Oh,
You're not sure its properties at the moment, but you can tell out of everything you've ever carved with this knife, this is the biggest and strongest material you've gotten. And
Her
you've held
headlights just went on.
and you've held stuff like goddess metal and things like that.
Just her fucking headlights just went off. So now there's 2 other light sources in this place.
are you okay?
I have held goddess metal, and it has nowhere near the magical potential of this item.
What?
Please, you must let me carve more.
It took an hour. He looks at the forearm-sized piece of material. However,
I mean, we could come back later.
it certainly isn't going anywhere.
If we
We'll
have
take
the
the
model.
I just don't know how much time we have right now.
Don't hold a grudge against it.
That is very true.
At the moment, I will let you guys know that if you remember from the other thing, from the hourglass that you guys did, if the others found a similar hourglass, then you guys would have about 3 more hours
Oh,
before you would expect them to show up here.
that's also 3 hours of us being here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's
And if you
It's already
remember,
too
if you
far.
guys go down, I'm not trying to tell you guys what to do, but
Yeah.
Hosier and Gallum brought up that whenever you guys go back the other direction, some of you, Ronan, Gorthos, might be able to go down the other way. The others would not be able to.
Yeah.
Because of,
That's true,
again,
yeah.
holding breath, getting to the end, and then waiting for you guys to open said door. You guys could go that way and open it by yourselves, but not everybody here is as aquatic as you guys.
I'm not even that. Okay. Yes, we will come back for this. We have to keep moving. How?
Oh,
One of those things he might have just found some material for his new replacement parts. If what you're saying is true.
well, I have at least gotten one. I still do not know what we could possibly do with this, but I can sense an astonishing amount of magical potential.
Northos needs to learn how these things were killed. He needs more of it. He knows that already. But focus. We have something we need to accomplish here.
yeah. She will pocket. She will pocket. Fingy.
This
Are you guys committing to making your way to the other path? And walking for what you guys think will be another 2 hours underwater?
Yeah.
No, I thought we were touching the hand and just gonna go.
Yeah.
That doesn't take you where you guys are wanting to go.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
that's...
so let's
I'm so
put
mad.
let's put a thing here. Let's Because
Let's clarify
I've been trying to help you guys very much through this, and you guys are making some decisions that aren't making sense to me. So you guys are currently
A map would be helpful here.
in a circular room, as I mentioned before. You came from this way. A hand is here. There's another path going this way that you think is also full of water. Both of these paths full of water.
Yes.
The others are this way.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you touch this, you will be taken to the start of the Spirit Temple, which means you're not waiting on them. You're just
I thought
going.
I thought we were decidedly not waiting on them.
You're not wanting to. Okay, if you guys don't want to wait on the others,
I thought. I wasn't. If everyone was on a different page than me, then let me know.
The plan was we were going to meet up in the middle here, but they have not shown up yet.
because you
So
guys
the idea
know
would
you
be-
guys got here hours before they could have got here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got through here too fast.
Yes. So the idea being we would go to them to speed up their progress and bring them here.
Okay, gotcha.
But
I wasn't.
whenever
caught up.
that was brought up, Gallon and Hosier were like, people that can't breathe probably can't do that. So you guys, a couple of you could go and try to do that, but that is
do
a
we
key
want
word
to
is
send
try.
like Ronan, Roana, Gorthos, like Magic Frog? Do we want to send those guys over to try to do it while Polo can try to get more thingies?
You
or
could do
something?
that. That would be splitting you guys up.
I would be fine with that.
It's up to you guys. At the moment, the things are, you guys have a open path this way. You guys have a closed path this way. And you guys have this in the center, which could take you to the Spirit Temple. This
Y'all
way will take
wanna-
about 2 hours. Do you guys want to go down that way and see if you guys can speed up opening that door? Knowing that it would only be a couple of you going.
I'm fine to go.
I think we can speed it up pretty fast. They're competent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Who all is going into the water?
Me.
Gorthos and Ronan and
Ronan, Gorthos. You're bringing. You're wanting to bring your mom, right? Or is she staying?
Yeah, she's big, strong.
Okay.
Take her.
Is Magic Frog going or staying?
I think the three of us can. I mean,
They are
right,
very.
well.
They are very slow. Remember,
Okay.
Gorthos
Oh, yeah,
and
true.
Gorthos and Rowana had to basically push them down that hall.
yeah, I don't
You
think
could
she's a
bring
wizard.
them, but that's up to you.
I'll bring Magic
they'll be
Frog.
here.
You
They'll
are
be here.
you are bringing Magic Frog.
Yes, and I will leave Don because he doesn't like getting wet.
Okay.
So
Before you guys go, we are going to have Polo and Gallon. I would like for Polo and Gallon to roll me for their spirit, which means Squeaky, roll me for your spirit and then for Gallon's spirit.
Okay, wait.
You roll me twice, please.
Here you go.
I'm seeing if our two little godly guys are gonna say much about.
Wow, that's bad. I don't have any rerolls. That's bad. That's a 4 and an 8. Well, it's a total of 8 for Polo. Gallon with Spirit. I think he rolled an 8, so that's a 13 for him.
How do I do this?
With finesse and grace.
I don't think a 13's enough. Okay,
Wait,
what's up?
So this water here, it's regular water this entire time, right?
It's the same water that you guys just walked out of, yeah.
Can't we just connect that water to the spring? To
Not inside the spirit
gardens?
temple.
Not
You
inside
need
spirit?
you need
Okay.
large bodies of water, not
Spirit
these like
temple is
these
also-
like channels.
I mean, technically, it's a lot of water.
It's also split up a lot of ways inside for you guys to be able to get air, if you remember.
Yeah.
There are bits and
sorry.
pieces of the hall that will have like split up places where you guys can breathe.
Listen, there's more water in these halls than there is at the Oasis, okay? I'm sorry I had the thought.
I'm just letting you know. I know you're trying to figure something out. Eric, specifically Eric, not Ronan.
Huh.
Roll me a d20 for luck.
Okay.
This is the last thing I'm giving.
If this is where we die, then it's where we die.
Eric,
Yeah.
it's a 13. Most unlucky fucking number you could possibly have rolled. But it is higher than a 10. I'm going to allow
Okay.
you to decide something.
Oh, okay. What am I deciding?
Well, we'll see. As you guys start to make your way, Polo, you start getting ready to carve another finger because you have now the time. You know that they're going to be gone for probably around 4 hours there and back. Which is good because that's 4 more fingers.
Yeah,
That's a whole hand.
I guess I'm just getting the hand, just leaving a fucking palm.
As you guys head forward, everybody else settles in. Dawn settles in, not wanting to go any further. Marco, you settle in, not really wanting to go any further. Josier just kind of settles in with you. Mary and Gary are just over there. As Polo begins carving, Gallon watches as you guys go. He starts messing about with fire, looking like he starts trying to like emulate the fire that's coming from the hand. Upon doing so, it's not really working out and it's kind of like sizzling. As you guys are getting ready to go, hey Ronan,
Huh.
before you guys go, can I borrow your frog?
I'm
not really getting this, and like I know that I'm really cool and all, but like he's really good at magic too, right? I'd ask over it, but they're not here.
I mean, what are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to see if I can figure this magic out.
The teleportation magic of the Floor Master.
Just the fire stuff, really. I just want to make it blue. You don't have to.
Is that like important right now?
And I gotta do something while you guys are gonna be gone. Maybe I can do the teleporty thingy.
Maybe when we get back?
Okay.
Just me overhearing this while she's kind of going.
Doesn't the color of fire depend on not only its temperature, but the materials of which are being incinerated at that moment?
Maybe. I just had an idea. I thought that 2 masters of magic might be able to mess with it.
It being
Don't
a
worry about
magical
it.
flame might also actually completely throw that logic out the window.
There are those things that might be interesting.
What?
Dico,
Hi, what's up?
does this flame thing from the Floor Master, is that kind of like as a spell that it casts to put you back at the start of a dungeon?
It seems to be a piece of the magic the Floor Master has itself, not really a spell.
Okay, I'm just wondering specifically because Funny Frog could do thing with that if it witnessed a spell being cast.
Yeah. But it's not a spell. So Ronan, Gorthos, Ronan Mom, Ronan Frog going that way then?
Can't
Yeah.
see
Okay.
why he wouldn't go.
You guys make your way.
I'm sorry I've doomed
No,
you
no,
all.
no, you're fine.
I'm sorry that the godly presence of Magic Frog won't be there to save all of you. I guess.
I wouldn't worry about them. So, you guys split off. 4 of you are going in one direction to go and open the way. The others are staying here waiting for you guys to come back, hopefully with friends. Polo.
Mm-hmm.
One finger took about an hour. You could have tried rushing through different things, which would have given you basically half the time, but with a bit of a complication. You might have been able to lose some or not. But now that you know you have 4 hours, you don't have to rush. I'm going to give you 4 more pieces of this material. You will now have 5 in total of the floor fingers. Unless I wanted to be pedantic and give you a floor thumb and a floor pinky, but I'm not. There you go. Each of them, after you carve them, turns into about an arm's length piece of material. Currently, you don't have the space for all of them, but you do have a Gallon who has 1 space. You have 2 spaces there in your thing. You have 1. You don't have any spaces there. You could have Marco hold some if Marco has any space.
Yeah.
Do you have space, Marco? Holy shit.
Doesn't Gallon also have a funky pocket t-shirt?
He does not have a funky pocket t-shirt.
Oh,
I
okay.
believe that would be in Hosier's pocket. So I have a couple of spaces.
Your thingy. Does he have?
I actually, I have a question.
What's up, Eric?
I'm assuming because we were able to get here with Z and Aster in the bags that they can breathe in those.
Yeah, they're also fairies.
Okay.
Do you remember the first time you saw Z? They were underwater.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, if you have a couple of places, then one go to Gallon, 2 go to Polo, and then 2 go to Marco.
Yeah. If Emerald's okay with holding on to fingies.
I am okay with this as long as I have the space. How many blocks do they need?
They just need 1.
They just need 1 block.
Okay. I have
Yeah, they're
plenty of
about the
space.
size of a forearm, but like they seem to be made of some kind of
they're like
stone-like
giant
skin, but they're not
fingers.
like as heavy as stone. So it's
So
fine.
You can
thumb.
you can fold them.
Who got the thumb?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just take the floor fingy.
I love that we didn't understand something.
No, you're fine. This is something that I didn't think of, but it'll happen. That kind of thing happens. Sometimes I don't think about things, and everything's fine. So, when everybody waits, they help you, Polo, getting everything ready. Gallon attempts to get this blue fire thing going, however, is unable to really mess with that. It's not really a big deal. That was just sort of a thing Gallon was wanting to do. Either way, with all of you getting that done, you guys hear the sounds of splashing water coming from the other side. Want me to get some peeps? Do-do-do-do. Do-do. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. You guys find Ronan, Gorthos,
Yeah.
Ranoa, or Rana, my bad,
Rowana.
Magic Frog, as well as quite a number of people coming with them. including Koro, Ro, Rocket, and Vega. Not to mention Adam, Snow, Sierra, Matilda, Mumere, and of course Link. Some of them are carrying some of them. It looks as if Kuro, Vega, and Rocket are currently being carried by Adam, Astaroth, and Snow. The three of them do not appear to be conscious. But as far as you can tell, they at least seem as if they have not been harmed. You don't see any blood or anything else going from Kuro, Vega, or Rocket. You don't see any lasting scars or any kind of traumas that have been done to them. They seem to be, at the very least, tired, but not injured. Ronan, Gorthos. Whenever you guys had got there, about 2 hours would have passed from you guys making your way there from here. Which means only about an hour would have been remaining on the thing if they would have activated it at the same time you guys did. Unfortunately, they didn't activate it at the same time you guys did. Whenever you had gone there to attempt to get it down, it was still very far up. They did not get to the underground of that area as fast as you guys would have. That being said, between the four of you, you guys were able to pull down the doorway that would have led to that place. Upon pulling it down, you were able to meet up with some of them who were basically waiting for that to open up. And through very similar ways you guys did before, running through and hopefully getting them to some air pockets, which would have been more plentiful at the very least this time, you do bring them further into this place. At which point, Marco, Polo, as well as the others, you guys see everyone making their way here. With all of the ones you guys were hoping to see in tow. Again, looking relatively unconscious. But hey, some of you guys are healers.
It's true.
It's true.
Welcome back. Gorthos, you see they have tore off all the fingers of this thing.
You were gone for that long.
Yes.
2 hours there, 2 hours back, I guess.
Oh boy.
Oh, well, we returned with only minimal strain on the others. Again, he's sorry.
We might want to get some healing for these three.
They have not been very well off. They were basically the loudest prisoners I think that have ever been in that place.
That makes sense.
The Iron Knuckles visited them pretty often.
Oh.
Adam brings Vega and over toward the center area and just sort of brings him down, looks over toward where Polo is. At which point, both Kuro and Rocket are also brought forward over toward the center area, since you guys are like, oh, they could use some healing. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. As you make your way over toward Vega, Polo, you find out of the three of them, Vega seems as if they have some understanding of where they are. As you see him get onto the ground, you just hear, "Ah, little rough, don't you think?"
Oh, he's awake.
Hey, Polo, I smelled you from a mile away.
You know how worried I've been about you, brother.
Well, you think I tried to escape before you came and got me?
I'm sure you've tried.
I mean, I didn't put 100% of anything into it. I mean, if I did, this whole place would be down, right?
Sure, it would have, Brother Vega.
Ow. Gallon at this point has rushed over to Koro as he's trying to like sort of pat 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 smack 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 smack. He's fine. Gallon starts to grab one of the pages of the book that got written up, or that got ripped up, and he starts to attempt to do some healing. As he does, again, no real scars or hurt seem to be on them. As Vega tries to get to his feet in front of you, that's not gonna do much. Ow. Ugh. We're not really hurt in that kind of sense.
You're drained.
Hey, that's a good word for it. I was kidding about smelling you a mile away. I didn't smell you until you got to the baths. Once I did, I realized my time was numbered and I had to hurry up and escape. Couldn't have you see me inside of a cell.
Technically, she still hasn't.
Exactly. Oh, you guys for that, though. Be honest, you guys could have answered a few of my questions. Ow.
Like,
We were in a rush, but now that we're here,
So is that how we're getting out? Adam points over toward the magic in the center of this area.
Yeah.
and pay no mind to the desiccated palm it's sitting in.
You would find, looking over toward Adam, Marco and Polo, you guys, the others would have already noticed this when they went to get him. He does not have the diamond spear.
I'm sorry, fucking pardon me?
He does not have the diamond spear.
What happened to your thing? Your big your
That
Where's the spear?
blood rusted general person. They showed up whenever we went there. Unfortunately, best I could do was try to fight them out in the open, but then everybody started making their way, especially all the Zora. I couldn't very well use it against them, so I tried to throw it to the side and just sort of knock them out, but in the end, we had to end up getting down into the bottom of the area and sealing the area back behind us.
Oh, so they all attacked you.
Yeah, the spear's back at the bathhouse.
Oh.
No
Well.
one's powerful enough there to use it, though. None of the
You
Zora
sure
at the
about
very
that?
least.
Not the Zora he's worried about.
If you're worried about that general, I think if they had my spear, whatever's holding on to them would probably let go. Whenever I was fighting against her, it felt like, I don't know, like the armor itself was fighting me.
He's
Oh
noticed
shit,
that
I'm
their
talking like
strength-
Vega. It felt like the armor itself was fighting me. My bad. Thank you for telling them, Vega.
Right.
I feel like if my spear were to get into their hands, they might actually find themselves relieved of whatever influence is there.
Curse upon curse upon curse in this place.
I
Either
wish it was
way,
cursed so I could do something about it.
we were able to seal the entrance. I doubt that they could have got through. They kept saying something about going and collecting the queen. Odds
We already
are they
beat them.
couldn't do that until, or they couldn't get rid of it until she showed up. Which means we do have a little bit of time. Not a lot, though we could just go back and start wrecking some skulls if you want.
Northos intends to do just that.
Gorthos,
Mm. Yeah.
I guess Marco and Polo would also notice this at that time as well. Marco, Polo, you would find Astaroth also does not have their weapon.
Everyone losing their weapons over there.
Oh, I didn't bring it in. You guys said that water was gonna take over our brains or something. I didn't want to bring that thing in there. Besides,
So you left
I can just knock him through.
So you left it at the camp?
Oh no, I didn't think about it till I got like right outside, so I stabbed it into the ground.
None of you touched the water, right?
We touched the water on our way out, but no
The
more than
bath water,
but no more than any of
specifically.
you. No.
Okay. Well. All right. I'm going to try to do my concerto piece.
No, you're not. Remember, it's already
No, I'm
going
not.
on.
That's what I mean. I'm going to try to exert it on people.
Remember, your concerto piece is already is constantly on for you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I want to have it affect people.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I was just sort of letting you know. Whenever you
Yes,
go to use
active.
it on, I'm guessing Astaroth,
Yeah.
you feel nothing. They seem fine.
And Adam too?
Yep.
Okay.
Hmm.
Just checking.
I told you when you touch that water.
I know, but if you did touch the water, then you would tell me you didn't touch the water anyway.
That'd be a lie, though.
Yeah,
That's the point.
that's what I'm saying. But it's clear that you didn't, so good.
You guys are weird. Just Vegas sitting on the ground.
Just
Yeah.
gonna figure that one out.
Whatever.
Very strange.
So shall we get to leaving?
Hmm.
Back the way you guys came through the water again.
No.
No, to that flame.
Hmm. He does have.
If I can't heal anybody here, I guess you guys can still carry everyone, right? Shouldn't be a problem.
Before we go, you would hear the stories of a few others. To see their perspective, we could potentially glean more information about our enemy. Matilda, Sierra, Jason, what happened?
It's basically like how they said. Sierra steps forward. They were being really annoying with things in the very beginning of it. That one, motions her to Astaroth, kept saying that she needed to leave behind her sword, and I kept telling her it's a bad idea. She's like, it's fine, no one else can wield this anyway. It was really frustrating. But then she made me hold it, and I realized what she meant. That thing's heavier than a boat.
Also, can't you like?
Link just
wasn't the thing
sort of looks over. Was it that heavy? It didn't seem that heavy to me.
Also, wasn't Astaroth's sword like the one that she could just call back to herself at any time?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's fine.
It didn't seem like it was that heavy to me. Either way, when we got down toward where everybody was, we just found these guys. Around the time you guys made yourselves known, we had to go and grab them through. Ronan was the one that broke all the cells. You made your way in, Ronan, whenever you guys had opened everything up. And again, everybody was basically waiting there. The actual cells themselves were similar to the others, but at this point you didn't have a gallon with you. So there was no unlocking them.
Yeah, so just bend.
Bend, break, smash.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, I
This
guess
general
now-
will be-
So where exactly is this going to take us? You see, Jasmine's mom looking toward the blue flame.
It is either going to bring us to the entrance of the palace, the front gate, or the old spirit temple.
It just seems like it doesn't really make sense for us to bring it anywhere else than the Spirit Temple.
Well, technically, the entire city's built out of it, but we'll see. Northos is sure it's merely the old spirit temple entrance, but still.
Bring my nose over to it. Excuse me.
Bring him over to it.
Yeah, my nose ain't working that well right now, but you can bring me over to that fire and I can tell you where it goes.
How about I try to heal
Sure.
you first, Brother Vega?
As
That
I
way you
mentioned,
can
as I
get-
mentioned before, any kind of healing on him doesn't really seem to be working.
They're at max
okay.
HP. They're just,
Right.
Okay,
they're
they're just
exhausted.
Yeah, they're
Okay, never
basically drained at this point. It's probably not the best of ideas. Well, if you get close to that thing, we don't know what'll happen, right?
Just don't
as long
touch
as
it.
you do not touch it, correct?
Oh yeah, I
Exactly.
just gotta smell it. Sorry, magic makes me nervous without my spear.
Understandable.
All right. Let's
You want to help him over there, Polo?
yeah. All right.
Do you need any
There-
aid?
Yep, I've got it. The least amount of collateral damage, the better.
You make your way over with Vega. As you do, Polo, roll me for Vega twice. Roll me 2 instincts for Vega.
2 instinct.
Yeah,
Oh,
You think.
I know what his bonuses are,
Tink.
so you don't have to worry about that.
do a movement.
You think.
I got a 10 and a 12.
Do-do. Sniff, 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 sniff. He brings his head over toward the flames when you bring that over. As he does, it smells like the desert, but not the town.
So
Smells
it
like
probably is.
sniff, 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 sniff. Dug up dirt.
Dirt.
That is incredibly specific. Your
Oh,
nose
yeah.
is very smart.
Oh yeah, it's great. If I was
Oh.
feeling up to it, I could smell anything around this place. Once you're a full-blooded demon like me, you'll be getting that too. Tries to pat Polo on the back. Polo, you feel a... There is no strength in Vega right now.
Hmm.
So it sounds like it does lead to the old entrance to the temple.
Yeah, if the place was basically dug up and broken apart, that would make the most sense.
So, yeah, I guess we make our way through there then. What do we do? What should we do with you three? Gestures to Vega and Kuro and Heckin' Rocket.
I guess you just dump us in.
You guys, I mean, 2 of you are unconscious, and you don't look like you're in shape to be fighting right now.
I didn't smell anyone over there, but I don't know. I guess my nose isn't working that good, so there might be
I mean-
people there.
I guess we have no choice but to take you through it with us, because there's really no other way out for you guys.
Oh yeah, if what those guys are saying is true, then they're gonna unblock that fucking road or whatever soon.
Yeah, all right. I guess we get to touching then. Poke.
Ronan is the first one to poke, and Ronan is the first one to disperse. As Ronan disperses, there is a Z that appears just in the air for a second, and then he touches too.
Oh. Fascinating.
Followed by a Dawn and a Magic Frog.
And there they go. I hope.
Should
we
we
start
start carrying people in? Astaroth just dragging a rocket for a
Yep.
second and then picks him up and bloop.
Yeah.
You do?
Hopefully, taking off those cigarettes didn't somehow
Dorthos.
alter.
Yeah.
Going over toward Gary and Mary. Roll me a d20, please.
Oh, okay. $19.
Okay. You grab Gary and Mary. As you do, the 3 of you disperse.
Yeah.
Doop, doop, doop,
Shit.
doop.
Just to be sure, Dico,
What's up?
out of everyone doing their things as they came back, was there literally anything suspicious about it that Marco could have picked up on during that entire exchange?
Was there anything suspicious you picked up?
They didn't really explain how their 3 prisoners were being imprisoned.
You still have an Adam here if you want to ask Adam about anything.
Sure. Adam
Seemed
were
to be
they-
looking over toward Vega for a bit, but then looks back to you.
How were they imprisoned over there? Because for us, there was like a bunch of people in that dungeon, all hooked up to like things. What happened with them?
It might have been similar there. There was a lot of waterways that went through everything. Whenever I was making my way through, one of the first things that caught our eye was this large amount of water coming out of this gem or jewel that was around there. We tried to stay away from it as much as we could. We ended up finding that thing that opened up the gate, or at least that's what Sierra said, it would open it up in a few hours. That being said, most of them just looked as if they were laying unconscious inside their cells.
They were just in regular cells, and y'all saw them? Y'all broke them out of like the doors and stuff?
Yeah, basically. Well, that doesn't make any sense.
No?
A regular cell couldn't have helped me. I don't know what to tell you. That's where I found you. Oh, no. I remember. You guys showed up, and when you did, I was all strung up under that water.
Is he correct?
I didn't want you to worry about it, but yes. He was strung up under it, and I went to go and collect him.
Who found them? Or I guess who noticed them first?
We had mentioned to you that Ronan was the one that opened everyone up.
Right, but y'all were there for a while. How did y'all just walk around and not do anything after barricading?
There wasn't much to do. We didn't wish to touch any of the water. And once we had made our way over toward the hourglass to set it off to the side, everything mainly was settled. We had planned on going and collecting you to figure out what we should do next. That's whenever the others made their way there. Yeah, but you just said you went and got Vega, though. Not Ronan.
And why did you throw the diamond spear?
As I
You've
mentioned,
never
we
thrown
were
it.
as I mentioned, we were fighting. When it came down to it, I didn't wish to hurt any of my brethren. Not again.
But what did you throw it at? Did you just throw it away?
As you speak to Adam on this, and as Adam slightly looks away from you. Oh, no, I remember. Whenever I was all chained up, didn't you throw it at me? To get rid of those chains on me. Marco, your danger sense goes off.
I will do a very good backstep, as I'm
You
sure that he's about
backstep. As you do, you see Adam has reached out towards you, but not quickly. He did reach out towards you, And for a moment, you felt something off. As he sees you back away, he looks to you. What's wrong?
Fortunately, the story's
Ronan-
not holding up, buddy.
Ronan said that everything was correct. He even searched me over, used the song on me. I am one of you.
Then, can you answer me one last question?
Of course.
What was the last thing that Miss Rudon told you before we headed out?
Miss Rudon?
Surely you know Miss Rudon.
Yes, the king's daughter. Think you mean
What
future
was-
king there, bud.
And what was the last thing she told you before we headed out?
To be careful. Right?
I am afraid. Not quite.
You know, I didn't say much about it because I don't know this guy, but you don't smell very good. Didn't
He
want to
doesn't
tell you
smell-
that. Didn't want to tell you that to your face, though.
I'm guessing he
Trying to
doesn't
work
smell
on my
like
tact.
I'm sure he doesn't smell like a fish at all. It's probably a bit more earthy, isn't it?
Yeah, like fresh dug up.
Clay. So Marco immediately just pulls out the two master swords and like ka-chow with two blade beams at him.
I would like for the two of you to roll me a d20.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't personally remember, but I know Rudon would have been like, Adam, I order you to go stop him.
Yeah, Rudon telling someone to be careful has literally never happened.
Never once.
She
doesn't
would
know-
have been
she-
like, I order you to go get the bad guys. Is something Rudon would have said. She would have been like,
Be careful.
like, no. She would have made it like a big like fantastical order.
I knew there was something off. I knew it. God damn it. The stories weren't making sense in my brain. Oh,
It's real weird how Ronan's song didn't work on him, though.
because he's not taking over. He's a mud man who's lying.
Yeah, he's just lying. Go, yeah. What'd you guys roll for your rolls?
Oh, I didn't roll. Hold on.
Yeah, just give me a straight d20 roll. We'll see where you guys are in initiatives.
I have rolled an 8.
That is a 9.
An 8 and a 9. Adam will be going first. However, before Adam goes, you had said you were wanting to go and do an attack on him. Adam would not have been
Yeah.
ready for this, so go right ahead and perform an attack action. Go ahead and take your turn first, Marco.
Sure thing.
We're
I'm
essentially
going to-
playing this like you used a goddess token to take your turn beforehand.
Yes, that is fair. I am going to do him a funny little blade beam,
Mm-hmm.
and
Gonna try to
you
hit him
know,
with the blade and the beam.
Yes. I believe I have to roll both of these,
Yep.
because one's the beam and one's the regular attack. 18 plus
Both
the
of those are
fin-
gonna hit.
Hell yeah.
So, looking at the thing, neither of them were crits.
Wait.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because the other one is the 17. Yeah, the blade beam
Yeah.
would have crit if you got that as the 18.
Yeah.
So all together, it's +1. So I believe altogether that would be 1, 2. You didn't do anything else, right? You didn't do any of your other crazy stuff?
I did not. I was just doing blade and attack beam.
Altogether, that will be 4 damage. However, instead, that will be 8 damage.
Yep.
That is 1 attack.
Second attack
Fuck him up, Marco.
with my master sword. Come on. No.
That is a miss.
No.
Hmm.
Let's see here. Power. Hit.
You're gonna turn a miss into a hit.
Yeah.
Yep, you can do that. The other one
There
will
we
still
go.
miss unless you do the same thing. Do you want both of them to hit or
No,
just the
we-
sword strike to hit?
How do we get both of them to hit? How do we get more power?
Do you want to? I mean, you have 2 more power tokens right there.
Yeah, I will do it for the blade beam.
That is
as
another
well.
8 damage. Would you like to go for one more hit?
Yes, I will.
Go ahead and
This
roll.
is on the blade beam.
You have a fleeting as well.
Cool.
So this is reroll this. So that would have been a 10 plus 1. What is your finesse? Oh,
7.
that's a 7. The other one would have been 9. Both of those hit. That is
Hell
another
yeah.
8. You have done 24
And then
damage.
I
Would you
will
like to
do
use
another-
you would like to use another stamina?
I have 4 attacks I can do.
You have one more stamina. Go ahead.
Yeah, I will do the next attack.
You also have a fleeting heroism, so I'm going to give you back a heroism.
He is over here.
Where? Oh, there it is. Okay. Bleh.
I will use it.
All right, we'll have you roll it after you get this settled.
19.
Ooh, that's a crit on the first hit.
It is a crit on the first hit. That's a +1.
Unfortunately, even if we put the +1 on the blade beam, that will miss the blade beam. Unless you want to make that a hit. You have one more time to do that.
How do we get more power? I need more power.
Do you want to use the power?
Fuck.
You could also technically use your auto success as well.
I will use my auto success instead.
I
To
will
get the
have you
blade
roll
beam.
for some damage to be taken because of this. Because it will be with a
Yes.
complication.
This is
So
fine.
you will take 4 damage. For
is
this
fine.
hit, we will say whenever you go in to go forward and strike at Adam, Adam finally is at a position where he can move and he slams down a fist down onto you. So you will take 4 damage just from a fist from Adam. But you will do another 8. However, this part is critted. Marco,
Did I just kill him?
how do you want to do this?
Get him!
I have
As you
just
did,
been-
what was it? 32, 36 damage? Yes, you did over, you did 1 over.
So go forward, and with very swift motions with both master swords, I expertly slice him 1, 2, 3, and then when the 4th one comes down, he finally gets a hit on me as he punches me, but I've stabbed him through the neck.
That was a good crit, because it would have been his turn right after that. That was a very needed crit.
Wait, no, not stabbed. Margaret sliced through his neck. There we go. Head came off as he got punched.
As you do this, you will find, as you are cutting him, he is bleeding. Do you still
It
do
ain't
what you
him.
say?
Fuck, no. If he's bleeding blood, then no, I can't kill him like that.
Then what do you do?
I instead hit him with the flat of the blade for the crit hit.
You find that as you rush at him and you slice him up and down, you notice just in time before you're about to slice through this, as you knock him back and out, you see as he gets knocked back, a slight glow comes off of him. This slight multicolored glow seems to fade from him. Adam, for a moment, has a look of recognition, and then his eyes open wide, and then he falls unconscious.
Holy shit, I nearly killed him. I
Polo,
was so sure he was a mud puppet.
Adam is down. Okay, bud.
What the fuck happened?
I was about to ask you. The fuck was that?
It's mud puppet stuff, but not mud puppet.
What is?
But then he glowed. You saw the glow, right?
That wasn't what we saw before, right?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
That was a much more powerful magic than we've seen the queen or anyone do.
Wait. You don't... Did they... We were already planning on using that item for our own purpose. So you don't think they already did it on everyone else, right? Because they need one of them to turn them into mud puppets, right?
I guess. Doesn't seem very mud puppet to me.
I'm saying that they might have already... Could they have done that fast to split them apart and taken them control? It doesn't make sense. Fuck.
We can probably assume this isn't that. This is something else.
But he's not a mud puppet. But Ronan's thing didn't seem to work on them. But he doesn't have the information that he should have had.
A dark look goes over Gallon as he looks to the two of you.
Hmm?
Why did... It didn't work on him. But why did Ronan lie? He said he was the one that busted everyone out, right? Or at least the others said it and he didn't say anything different.
Do you think Ronan would have been lying or have been compromised?
It's also Ronan. He might not have realized something was wrong about it. But... No, he would have said something. And a bunch of them just went to the other side, who were already compromised.
I was wondering whenever we got here, we got into this place decently easy. But the more I think of it, the more it kind of makes sense. Do you think whoever was pretending to be the queen might have been having a bath time?
I do not know.
Because if she was there...
She could have easily gotten to them with whatever forces she already had there. They could have lied about the whole thing and just...
Whenever we were talking with her, she was pretty open about things, but we learned that that wasn't actually the queen. That might have been anyone, and from that magic we just saw leave Adam here, the only thing that comes to my mind is that old lady. The one that's apparently The same as my grandma? Multicolored magic? I'm really confused over here.
I'm more confused why you're okay.
Because
And
I'm
you're
awesome.
not like this. What the hell do we do? Literally, what do we do? We can't go over there now.
We can't just leave Hosier with them.
Hosier's still here.
Nope, Hosier went with them.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, literally, like
Everybody
everyone
left.
You're the only four
Everyone
people in this
but-
room right now.
Yeah, no, there's only Polo's buddies, Gallon, Vega, and now half dead Adam.
Not only that, but I mean, Don's with them, but I'm not sure what Don's gonna gain from any of that, or if he's even, I don't know what's going on there.
And what of Gorthos?
Gorthos didn't say anything either.
But wasn't he already? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Do we just fake everything's okay and?
It's gonna be
Say
weird to
that-
show up there without Adam, but we could. That being
We could
said,
try-
if these guys are all together, maybe they might already know. I don't know.
Probably wondering why we haven't met up with them yet. And, I mean, we could heal Adam, but
Sorry, I shifted to a different song because the other one was way too happy. I could try to get him up, yeah, but I don't know if he's gonna fall right back under it or not. It looked like that magic left him. He'd be good to have.
Mm-hmm.
I just failed to see how Ronan could be compromised. He has a piece of the Triforce. Would that not protect us?
Not if they also have a piece. The two that are in play over here, remember, there's one that's coming down from the mountain that Gorthos seemed to thought was the Triforce of Wisdom, right? And then there's the piece of the Triforce of Courage that's still around here. Not only that, even whenever I did have that thing on me, motions to his hand, I wasn't invincible, but you guys awoke it. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Ow.
Well,
Ow. Ow. You guys look back. Ow.
brother?
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Brother!
He's
What
just
are you doing?
crawling over. Hey, I didn't want to interrupt you, sorry.
What are you doing? You shouldn't be straining yourself.
Hey, I wouldn't worry about those guys. Right? They'll probably be fine. Even if they're not, get over there and beat them up. Get this guy on his feet and let's go beat some heads. Hell, if I'm fine, maybe those other two are too. Rocket and Kuro.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Polo could try to get him up when we get there.
Well, Adam isn't going to heal himself.
I would say between the two of you, between you and Gallon, you guys most likely can get him back up to a decent health. That being said, when it comes to you, I believe you would have to use a right to do so. Do you want to use your right?
I can also
Oh, you want to give him? You want to give him a smooch?
I can give him a little smoochy and get a bonus one.
You just walk up to him and go. It's like, hold on a second. I'm playing.
Yeah, so there'll be 3 d4s.
I'm gonna say that you guys are not in battle. You guys can definitely aid him a lot more than you guys would in the turn of the moment. He is gonna go back up to his full health when he's not a enemy you guys are fighting, which is to say he's going up to 10 health.
Okay.
As Adam gets smooched and bapted to good health, Adam sits up.
I am so sorry.
No, it's fine. That wasn't.
What actually?
That wasn't me. They weren't in my head. They were something else. I don't know how to put it. It was weird. I was still me, but I wasn't the one doing that. You want to reiterate?
You were basically being puppeteered?
Maybe. It's like they had to... It's like every now and then I would just go blank, but then they would move back. Move back? Yeah, It felt the most awkward when we were coming back here, when we were going through the water. Or at least I, would move forward, but then I would go blank and the others would move forward and then I'd have to move forward and...
You couldn't control everyone at once.
That's good to know.
Meaning, they're aware on the other side that something happened here. They have to be.
They probably know, yeah. But if they can only control one or a few at a time, that's good to know, right?
All the rest are motionless?
I don't know if it's the best way to put it, but basically, yeah. It's like we weren't given permission.
That is the creepiest way you could have put it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you have permission. What? I'm a king too. I can do that. Thank you. All right, cool.
So I'm guessing she what? Just cast a big spell on everyone? Splashed everyone with water? What actually happened up there?
The last thing I remember doing is collecting him. At least the last thing I remember before they showed up. Once the others got there, Ronan, his mother, I think he said, as well as Gorthos and Magic Frog. When they got there, I came too. I think at that point, we couldn't just be idle anymore. I think around that point, there were too many people for them. We felt overloaded. So there is a limit then.
So what we have to do is quickly overpower some of them and hope that we distract them long enough before she can cast her spell on the rest of us. she, whoever.
If they're only in a couple of them, then not everybody's gonna go at us, right? Meaning, we gotta figure out who they're in when we get there. And I guess... get them.
They'd likely be in the most dangerous and most unsuspecting ones of them. So she's probably in Magic Frog immediately.
I feel like they might have already been in a couple of them before I got rid of my spear. Perhaps that's why that's the last thing I heard. Meaning that for some of the more dangerous ones, perhaps they are too powerful for her. So they may be in some of the more unassuming ones.
Mm. All we can do then is go forward and hope we figure it out.
Yeah, let's go there and fist fight Sierra.
Definitely Sierra. Yeah. I'm glad we're on the same page.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna really bank on them being in Sierra.
Just going straight at her right away. Not even gonna wait.
Hopefully Dawn's too intelligent right now for it to happen to him.
We should go.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, pick me up. Right, okay. Adam goes over and picks up Vega. No, like get me under my arms. Huh? Get me under my arms. Oh, okay. All right, now dangle me like just above the ground in front of you.
You're trying to make it look like you're walking, aren't you?
Oh yeah. That'll be terrifying for them, trust me. Look, I can still move my knees. See? See? Do you see? Tell me you see. Tell me you see. Tell me you see him.
Yes.
Ah! He lets go.
I didn't think of bringing stamina potions. Oh dear.
It's fine. Well, trust me, they're gonna be terrified. Let's go.
I mean, I have a stamina mushroom.
He opens his mouth. Ha!
Just shoves it in his mouth.
I was going to use it for cooking, but I guess I'm not going to be cooking here since I spent most of my time carving.
There we go. I feel better already.
No, you don't.
Oh, I totally do. I really do. You're great,
go.
Polo.
Let's just walk forward, please.
Well,
I
there
hate
it
that you
goes.
got to do your bit. You got to do your fucking bit, Tico, and I hate it.
There goes the stamina shroom. Put to good use.
You guys make your way over toward the now fingerless palm of the floor master in front of you. As you guys touch it, you find yourselves washed forward. Around you, for a moment, each of you feel the sweltering hot sun. Not only do you feel that, just like Vega said, you also smell this excavated dirt-like smell, although all around you, the heat of the sand seems to somewhat overpower it a bit. You blink for a moment until you see yourselves.
Ah, yeah, because it would have been dawn.
Mm-hmm. It would have taken you guys 4 hours to go there and back.
But you see, since we've already solved the issue,
You're getting them. You're getting. Oh, that's what you're saying.
Our past future selves have been waiting here because Ronan used the song of time.
Oh
He's
no!
here to help us.
But no, you guys are going to be getting some things over here at your stuff area. Don't you guys love your stuff area?
Yay, stuff.
Boing, 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 boing. You guys get your daily your daily goddess tokens.
Our
Now I
daily
can do
bread.
my daily sun roll that I haven't been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Now's a good time.
Yeah.
but
So-
what about our power? We've got
Daily
to have
sun
more
roll.
power.
You can turn any roll into an 11.
Yeah.
What was that?
How do we get more marks of power?
You gain 3 at the start of any given day.
Where?
Says at the bottom. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Also, whenever you nat
Emily.
20 or nat 1 a roll,
Yeah, but you've not done either this game.
there are
Of
all of your
crits.
things. You guys don't get any any hero tokens because this is the amount you get every day. So.
Yep.
We haven't done anything stupid yet.
You guys find yourselves having been brought to the very tip top of this area. All the way up here. You find that whenever you guys bring yourselves here and you look back toward where the sun is coming in from. Let me change this really quick. Let me
Now, did they pick up the bottle or not? That's the
Let
big
me-
question.
let me There we go. That's a good one. You guys find, as you look back, what appears to be several people scattered all around the area. Here's the funniest thing you guys will ever hear me say, though.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna love this. You guys find so many people scattered around the area. Every one of them flat on their ass. Now, pray tell, why are they all flat on their ass? As soon as you guys get here and look back and see these people, you see standing over Ronan and
Oh
Gorthos because of the 19 they rolled whenever they got brought in here by Gorthos. Whenever they realized it was not Gorthos, you see immediately a screeching pair of redeads as the two of you throw your hands over your ears.
It's always a good time for a great deal.
I tried to load up the scream, and then an ad played. So
We can wait. We can wait.
Fantastic.
We can wait.
no, it's fine. It's fine. The time for the bit is over.
As you
Oh
guys
my
look
fucking
back,
God.
you guys see a pair of screeching redeads, and you see in pain several people laying here. And by in pain, I mean only a couple of them are moving. You see the ones who are moving currently are Ronan, Gorthos, Link, and Matilda. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Not Matilda. Magic Frog.
Thank you.
My bad.
So
Thank
those
you.
four are arriving in abject pain.
Those four are gripping their ears and are trying to move, but every time the scream stops, the second scream activates.
Gary,
A perpetual scream machine.
They are literally stun locking you guys into the ground.
I knew we brought them along for a reason.
And this is the most clutch, just randomly taking these fucking monsters
Oh,
with
fuck
us has
it.
ever been,
I
and
guess
is ever
you're
going
welcome.
to be.
Thank you
Yes,
very
yes.
much.
Fate plays in mysterious ways.
Whenever
with
I
the people
had
of
you
this
guys
world.
rolling earlier, I'm like, what is the DC this is going to be? And whatever the roll was going to be, it was going to be that plus 5. The DC for these
24.
redeads are 24s.
Hold on, I think I found it.
I honestly God,
There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. I honestly God thought you were having them roll to see if Gorthos would jump his body into one of the redeads. I'm gonna be real.
He can't do that. He can only get into hero
No.
bodies.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
I don't know. They're being very heroic right now.
You guys see this happening in front of you. As this happens, Adam has already basically dropped Vega and is holding his own ears. Vega is just on the ground.
It just hurts because he's a demon.
his ears are sensitive.
That when that magic went away from Adam, was it curse at least? Was it a curse
No.
on him?
It was not.
No. Fuck.
The only one of you not affected is Orion.
He's our, yeah, he's
He's
a
like
mute.
my people.
What the fuck am I out of mute? This is bullshit.
Because you're not
different.
you're not technically an undead.
I hate this place.
You're not a demon. You're not undead. You're nothing.
I
You
guess
are
it's a good thing.
Gorthos.
You're a hero.
On my own classification of species.
You're not even a species. You're a hero. That's
That's
all
good.
you are.
Hooray.
At this point, we gotta get that out of them somehow. Also, I hate this.
I am not apologizing for bringing them along.
What? No.
What?
What?
Fuck. Does Gallon know how to spell?
You
Can that work?
You find. I would like for no. The two of you would know this. Both of you have good diligence, right?
Polo has, I think that's one of her highest stats.
Yeah,
if
both
not
of you
her
have
highest stat.
both of you have at least 5 diligence. You guys see inside of Ronan's hand there is a flickering blue light.
Blue or purple?
Purple light, my bad.
Z.
Marco, you're gonna try to approach.
Yeah.
Getting close to the redeads. Unfortunately, you will have to roll for this. They are
Shit.
busy trying to keep everyone down, which means they cannot stop screaming. You know it's
you said-
happening. What's up?
You said Orion is immune, right?
Orion seems to be immune right now.
Orion, can you go help Margot?
Woof.
Orion
the dog
will
can just grab
rush
him.
after you.
Orc.
You will have to
Wolf.
roll this though, Marco. Getting close
Yeah.
to them. You are gonna
Bark,
have
bark.
a bit of a better time than them because you know it's coming. But it is still gonna be very hard. I would like you to please roll me for your resistance.
I have a fine resistance. My resistance is fine.
You have a
It
heroism
is
as well.
okay.
Famous
I will-
last word.
I will also use a heroism because I have that. And no. If you will let me, I don't think you'll let me. Never mind. And then fucking.
And your heroism?
Okay. Heroism.
I'll be
Come
nice.
on. Be nice, heroism.
Sorry.
No.
Marco, when you get there, you immediately collapse. You go still as if you are not able to move for a bit, and then you collapse downward.
Master Swords betrayed me.
Orion goes over and starts like kind of pawing at you. He looks back to Polo. He will then drag you back toward Polo.
I got him.
dragging this Marco statue along the ground.
Marco?
Maybe just go get Z, Orion.
Yes. Please get Z for us, Orion.
Bark, 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 bark. Bark, 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 bark. Ronan,
Yeah.
you are gripping at the thing in your hand because you do not want the thing in your hand to get free.
Uh-huh.
Something about this thing getting free is really bad, Ronan. It's really bad.
Uh-huh.
I would like for you to roll me one of two things.
Yeah.
I would like you to roll me physique to grip onto Z if you want to keep Z in your hand, or I would like you to roll me for your spirit if you'd like to let go of Z.
What kind of what non-choice have you presented me with?
Well, I'm saying,
of course I'm gonna pick spirit.
I'm saying if you want to let go of Z, let go of Z. If you want to keep gripping Z, then roll physique.
I will let him go.
Roll me spirit.
Try. I'm gonna.
Hey, that's a mark of power for us.
That's true. You want to auto success?
Yeah.
All right. That is a mark of power for you guys. You did that one. I'm going to give you guys a mark of power. There you go. I'm also going to roll this D4 here. I mean, you only take one. You only take one. You will go down
Health?
1 health. Yes.
Cool.
Because
I'll take
in this
that.
current time, I
Happily.
cannot imagine what else a complication would be. As you attempt to let go of Z, something in you is stopping you. Something in you flashes in your mind, and for a moment, you see a face. Not one that you expect. For a moment, you see a face in your mind trying to keep hold of you. You see this. Where are you at, punk? There you are. You see this face in your mind that I just sent to you. You do not see an old face like you were expecting from this person. You see a very youthful face. Not like kid youthful, but youthful enough. Flash through your head and order you to keep gripping onto it. But it does not work. As you do release your hand.
No.
Ah! Flopping out a Z. Ronan!
No.
Z tries to fly up and then is essentially hammered down onto the ground as Orion just picks him up and trots over.
Yeah, immediately gets let out of Ronan's hand.
That having to fight that dog instinct of grab small thing.
Those things are loud. See what happened? I don't know. I didn't think anything was going on. Whenever I was trying to get my way out from the bag, though, I just couldn't find my way out until we got here. What's going on? It seems like... they're still screaming.
Oh my god.
No, it's the only thing stopping us from being from being completely intact. It looks like...
Hey, how about we step in there or something?
Can we? It's very loud.
I don't want to be out here.
I just realized Z was trapped in a bag because Ronan was trapping him in the bag. He's only free because Ronan touched the flame. And because Z didn't touch the flame, he didn't go with him.
You guess we should step back a bit?
Gallon is literally like, I can't even hear you. Everything's screaming.
Yep.
You guys find your way inside the first area of this place, which appears to just be somewhat of an empty cave-like system. Upon stepping in...
Oh my god, I just had the dumbest thought with these two redeads. You know that one episode of the Powerpuff Girls where like freaking Mojo Jojo and all of them band together, and then that one other monkey comes in because they're trying to reference like the Beatles and Yoko Ono. And
Oh,
there's
yeah.
that one scene where where Moko Jono and Mojo Jojo are just screaming at each other. That's the.
You find yourselves getting into a open cave-like area. Down below you, you can see a bit of a walkway heading down to what appears to be a open stone door. Looking at said stone door, you recognize it, Marco. As you look toward that door, you see a very similar door to the one you had saw whenever you had first met with Gallon. Only this one is open.
Hey, it's the door that I nearly died touching the black gem of.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, this is the one that I opened before. Like I said, I don't know if I went through or not. I think everything just kind of went black after that.
Is it still gonna kill me at this point if I touch it? I don't want to try.
I don't think you need to. It's open now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Vega's just like on the ground. That's so loud. It's still loud.
It's still too loud?
It's still loud.
You demon senses.
Why couldn't my ears also not be working right now?
You were cursed with demon senses, so your ears are more sensitive than ours.
Yeah, but my nose isn't working right now. Why can't my ears? So, what's going on? The last thing I knew, everybody kind of went weird, jumping into that fire and everything. I just saw Ronan and everybody going in, so I went in. And then whenever I went through, Ronan grabbed me.
They're being mind controlled by something. Even though Ronan's thing should have stopped that.
We only deduced it after talking with Adam about things and finding inconsistencies between his story and Brother Vega's.
Maybe they got to Ronan with something stronger, but Ronan's an oracle now. An oracle that has a name.
A freshly made oracle.
But somewhere in Ronan, he must have knew that I could probably fix it, right? Like I did to everybody back home. Did that mean they knew that I could fix it?
It is possible.
They might have access to everybody's memories even. That's a fucking powerful witch. It has to be her. You can fix it though. If those things stop screaming, yeah?
The thing is, we can't risk it. Orion seems to be immune because he is technically an undead like they are. But we don't have any sort of muffler or anything to make it easier.
Whenever they did that to me, I went completely... There's nothing I could do. He does not have the resilience to make that. He cannot make that check. Maybe we could drag them over one at a time? That
But
might
then they
take a
just get
while,
up.
though.
They take a while and if we just had Orion doing it in his bigger form, I guess he could do it. But yeah, it would take a while.
It'd also be pretty exhausting, but I could do it. He looks out the door with a slight wince as the scream freshly comes in. If I did everyone out there, then I bet I could do it. One at a time, though, it might be a little rough. But I could do it.
It's too risky.
In the end, it's going to depend on how fast Orion can be and how quick you can use your magic. Polo.
Hmm?
How fast do you think Orion could get one of them here? And if we get one of them, let's say Ronan, could Ronan not help Z at that point?
He probably could. I mean, Orion can grow rather large. He could probably pick Ronan up and drag him here.
If Ronan is here and Z's able to free him, Ronan basically can get everyone, right?
There is also Ophi. Ophi's silk is a bit of a sound barrier.
Ophi, sits there. You see its cheeks still somewhat flailing against something in there.
Oh yes. Here, Ophi, you can give him to me.
The baby is let out. As baby is let out of Ophi, it roars back at Ophi. Tiny little sparks coming out of its mouth.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. Calm down.
I'm glad that these things don't grow too fast.
But yes, Ophi has some sound dampening qualities.
Oh, what's that? It smells familiar.
It's Hermes, Brother Vega.
Hermes?
Mm-hmm.
But Hermes is an egg.
Well, eggs hatch, Brother Vega.
He looks over, he sees Hermes let these little sparks out, and he just looks down. Oh man, I missed Hermes.
They're right here.
But
Look.
I mean, you guys hatched him though.
Well, I mean, we did understand that there was a possibility they would hatch before you got to see it.
Brother, we're not ready for a kid of our own yet.
It's true, they're not.
we already have this dog and the fairy.
And you have the Ophi as well. It's basically swathed in something.
Besides, we promised that Hermes would be for you, Brother Vega.
Besides, he's looking at you. Look at him, look at you. I bet he smelled you too. Smelled me?
Mm-hmm.
That's because he was in an egg. Doesn't mean he can't have a good nose like you. Like me?
Mm-hmm.
Like his dad?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works, yes.
Aside from Sheffos,
Acer just flies over like his dad?
Aside from Sheffos, you are the one that held on to his egg the longest.
He looks to baby. He looks to Hermes. He reaches out as Hermes quits struggling and does jump out into his hands. Like a dad, huh?
Like a dad. Yakuza like a dad.
Well, I mean, I guess I could. I mean, I guess I will. I mean, I guess I am. I mean, if that's fine. You see, tears start forming on his eyes.
The most manly tears imaginable.
We were doing something.
That's right, we were doing.
I mean, yes, but I mean,
no, I mean, I don't want to like. Our friends are in agony.
Get me Ophi.
I'm sure they can handle it.
Get me Ophi.
At this point, the plan is going to be, I'm guessing, for Orion to go out, drag Ronan toward Ophi. Ophi engulf them, and then Z try to get them free.
Yeah.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Okay. Orion will step out as Orion does, you guys know that you guys can step out at least far enough to not be affected by it. You can still hear the scream and it sucks, but, you know. I'll just stay right here with this little guy. I don't think it's a good idea to put him in that kind of environment. Anyway.
I don't think it's really good for the baby to be out.
Oh God, it's gone full dad already.
As you guys go out, Orion will go forward. As he does, he will go into big form. And he is specifically, at this point, you guys are wanting to go after Ronan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If Ronan is the first person here, let me switch over. You will find that as he goes out, rushing out to collect Ronan, you get grabbed. I need to ask Ronan, as you're getting grabbed, do you want to swing your Weenai and cleave the monster in twain, or do you want to roll me spirit to stop you from doing that?
I'm gonna roll spirit to stop you from doing that. You fuck.
How dare this bitch?
That's not good.
It isn't a great spirit.
Can I?
That's a 12.
But
What's up? What's up, Gorthos? What's up?
Can I forcefully use the bonds of Gorthos to add on to his roll?
Gorthos, do you want to forcefully use the bonds of Gorthos to aid your friend in cleaving that monster in twain, or do you want to use your spirit to not do that and help him instead?
Come on.
That's a 19!
Get fucked, 22.
Gorthos, you find as Ronan gets dragged away, you are also one of the ones sharing minds at the moment. You understand that Ronan is about to attack Orion. And for a brief moment, whenever whoever is doing this to you switches to Ronan to try to use his stuff immediately, you realize your mind has been somewhat freed. You use your ability to give that to Ronan. Ronan, you're able to fight against it. And upon doing so, you get dragged away.
I have a +7.
Upon getting dragged off and immediately engulfed by Ophi, Z is going to flutter above you and begin to start laying waste to the magic that is taking you, using his fairy dust to remove any alterations that are happening to you. This is stronger than your song because this is literally fairy magic doing this. That being said, the reason that this didn't work on you, Ronan, unfortunately, is because even though you were under the effects of your song, it is still an active requirement. You would have still had to actively do that to yourself whenever you were being taken over. But yes, Ronan, as soon as you are freed, you find that not only you are freed, but the creatures connected to you are freed as well. Meaning to say Magic Frog and not Don, because Don never got infected by this.
Yeah, Don is just having a bad fucking time, and he's like, "What's going on?
I don't like this. Why is this happening to me? Everything is loud."
I dare say this is quite uncomfortable.
Ronan, you are spat out. As you are spat out, you remember what happened. You did make your way into that area. You did see the others. But for some reason, whenever you made your way toward them, you did find that each of them were being somewhat, I guess, down. Each of them, whenever they were there, they were waiting for the opening to open. But whenever you would speak to them, they seemed very odd, as if they were, in our terms, outside of this, very much lagging behind any kind of speech you would give them. As you would talk to them and as things had happened, however, one of the big things that went down was you did find, as soon as you would make your way to them to touch them or do anything, your mind was immediately connected with theirs. And at first, it was kind of interesting. You were able to see what the others thought. Unfortunately, it also immediately wiped away a lot of your own agency. As soon as that happened, you also touched Gorthos. And unfortunately, with someone of your physique, it was very easy to get Gorthos.
Yeah.
As you are freed, and as the others are as well, you look over, you see Mary and Gary doing their absolute fucking best.
You guys are champs. Keep it up.
Ronan! Flutter.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
We don't have time for sorries. We gotta save everyone.
Right, yeah. Don't
Ronan.
whatever you do, don't touch him.
Ronan,
Yeah.
upon that magic leaving you, you are gonna take some damage as well.
Okay.
Do-do-do-do.
So that's why I felt danger from him just simply trying to touch me and not attack me.
Do-do-do. He was literally trying to take you over, yes.
Yes.
Ooh, Ronan. If this was anyone else, they'd be down. I need you to take 8 damage.
Ooh. Okay.
That was crazy.
Ooh.
I'm glad my complication was I was taken over anyway.
I wouldn't have done
If
that.
it did get the hit on me.
Do-do-do. As you take that damage, you look back toward everyone. You see them all struggling. Who's the next person you guys want to grab?
Seeing
Say probably Gorthos, right? Or do we have someone else?
Jason. Or Link, rather. You know, the Link over there.
Hmm.
So you're an oracle. You can't like make like a death sphere around you, right? So you can't hear
A death sphere?
creak. No, death.
Oh, I'm gonna be real. I heard the same thing he did. No, I
I
can't do
didn't,
either
but I
of
thought it
those
was funny.
things.
It's very funny.
I can't do that.
I will say, Ronan,
Yeah.
roll me for your experience. Since you experienced this spell, you might know something the others don't.
Oh boy, my best stat. Let's go.
Listen, you have
Nope.
so many marks of power.
Wait, can
Mark's
you
no
use
power.
those after the fact?
You can turn a hit into a
That's not a
miss.
hit.
Well,
That's
that's
not
not a
hitting,
hit. That's
yeah.
a.
Dude, well, you have so many goddess points over here.
I already rolled.
Unfortunately, you do not have anything for it. You do know that something was up whenever you were under that, and one of the people here was affected more than the others, which means
Okay.
it may be a lot harder to get them, especially with these creatures screeching and potentially stopping your songs.
Yeah, I have no way to know who that is because my experience is dookie. I could try to play a song, but they're really loud.
We could just try to grab one like we did before, then. I could still do this.
Yeah. Okay.
Who should we grab next? Kuro and Rocket probably don't need to get freed either.
Dawn and Magic Frog they should be not controlled. So I'd
other
say
than them, who?
Either Link, Gorthos, or Roana, I'd say. Probably.
Interesting.
Gorthos and Roana were with me, so it'd probably be a better idea to get one of them.
It's a little bit too epic. I'm gonna go to this one.
The hard part has been somewhat averted, but it's still very hard here.
You guys have options. Currently,
There's a lot
the
of
4 you
choices.
don't need to worry about. You don't need to worry about Kuro. You don't need to worry about Dawn. You don't need to worry about Magic Frog. And you don't need to worry about Rocket. Those 4 are apparently not taken over.
There's a part of me that wants to get Hosier as soon as possible for very particular reasons.
Oh, also, Hosier seems to be holding a magic bottle.
Yay!
The
Which
particular reason has been discovered.
means Hosier is probably also fine.
Okay, cool.
You guys know that
Okay.
Hosier went in without being took over, so he's probably fine.
Okay, cool. I was really worried that
Oh!
a certain witch was about to absorb the fucking spark that I gave him.
There's Matilda, Link, Sierra.
Oh, that is correct. I'm so sorry, Chad. Ronan, roll me one more
Okay.
time for that experience check,
Oh, okay.
because you would have had a fleeting.
Let's go.
That's
That's a
13
over
plus-
10. That does change things.
Okay.
I'll be fucking damned.
Ronan.
Yeah.
Out of everyone here, they seem to hold on to Gorthos more than the others.
Okay. We should get Gorthos. They were taking him over more.
Him more.
I don't know why, but the connection was stronger with him.
I mean, yeah, we could do that. Hopefully I can get it out. I can get it out of him.
Now, I don't want to influence your guys' choice because you guys make this choice. If you ask Gorthos who should be saved in priority lists, what do you think he's going to answer?
He's gonna say Link.
Yeah.
Now, let's be honest.
Just
Gorthos
saying.
would say everybody else than me.
Literally every other person in this entire area. Literally everyone
But
else.
when do you guys listen to Gorthos?
Fuckers. Should be. That's again your guys' choice. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You do whatever you want. I have no agency right now.
Ronan's mind is
Going for Gorthos?
changed.
Okay. Orion goes to Gorthos. Is that fine, Squeaky?
I think she still said BRB tummy.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
I'm going to
Tummy.
assume that this is correct then. Going to collect Gorthos. As Gorthos is collected, Gorthos,
Yeah.
there's a monster here. You should probably cut it in twain. You want to roll me for your strength to cut it in twain, or do you want to roll me for your spirit to not do that?
I'd sooner stab myself. Right. I'll just have like a fucking paradox moment again. Let's get a spirit. Wee. Get sure to grab some extra rolls. Uh-oh.
Gorthos. Not Gorthos.
Yeah. Hmm.
But still, Anthony, roll me 2 more times.
Okay. Wee. Uh-oh.
Come on.
And
come
last
on.
roll.
Oh, I don't want to stab a rock. Fuck.
Hmm.
Nothing above even a 6.
Interesting, interesting. I would like you to roll me for your physique then.
And watch this be the roll. Fuck me. That's 20. I just
Is there a
crit the
dog
fucking
howling back there? Hold on.
There's about
There's
to
a
be.
dog
Yeah.
howling back here because you struck a dog.
How appropriate.
Anyway,
Shit.
you are going to hit Orion,
It's gonna hit him really
and
hard.
it's going to get hit really hard. With a crit. Luckily,
much health?
Orion has HP to spare.
Thank God.
Dog.
I just crit your dog.
Are
I'm
you
sorry.
fucking- The fuck?
Unfortunately, Orion's temporary hearts will now be lost. But also, Orion will lose 2 more hearts currently. As Orion will take 4 damage from being struck. You're not done with your attack action.
God.
Keep going.
Do I? Am I
What?
actually? I need to spend 4 attacks.
What are you oohing over there, Ronan?
I'm reading Cartani's will over here. Lose 1 action during their next turn and lower their AC by the amount of AP. The AC part isn't important. I mostly consider the action thing.
You could try to use it to try to stop Gorthos.
Yeah, I mean, he might still get a hit off or 2, but like at least it'll be less than he would have otherwise had.
Do you want to use this?
Yeah.
We are going to assume then, as soon as you see Gorthos raise up the sword and strike Orion, you are thinking, no longer, please. That should not happen. Gorthos will hate himself if this goes through. If he destroys Orion, Gorthos will not let himself live this down. You yell out, and as you do, you activate Cartani's will within you. Gorthos,
Yeah.
as you go to strike, you hear this howling, this familiar howling, not from the one you just hit, but from one you know would be disappointed if you fell through. One that you know, if you were to continue going, you cannot see you fall like this. Your blade stays, as you do not hit any longer. Instead of losing one action, you will lose all 3 of your remaining actions.
I think that if anything, he just would drop the sword completely.
Sure. As you get brought back, and as Z does their flutter thing, it doesn't seem to work. As Gorthos, you are still struggling, and now that you have been brought out of the range of the 2, you look as if you're starting to struggle to get up. And for a moment, each of you guys looking to Gorthos immediately find that he's struggling. Marco, you get your danger sense active. Marco doesn't seem to care that happens.
I didn't hear Marco.
Okay, he is.
What the
He's
fuck?
muted.
Why is everybody AFKing?
Right in sequential order as they're needed.
I at least put in the chat when I AFK. Emerald, you're also on mute.
Yeah.
Seeing that he's distracted, could I try to fucking concerto a piece? Or not distracted, but struggling. Could I try to concerto a piece of him?
I'm going to guess from this that Marco will do what I think Marco will do and let you guys know, which, yes, means you can concerto appease him.
Okay, I will do so. I will do so.
Upon you doing so,
Yes, sorry.
it's no problem. It's no problem.
You're good.
I was called away and I could hear everything. I'm
It's no problem.
sorry.
It's no problem. Ronan,
We have fun here.
you use your concerto apiece, and as you do, he does seem to stop. Gorthos,
It's me.
you do not have a blade in hand. You stand before everyone here. Some of them have stepped away from you, and Marco has just let everyone know that you were still taken over. However, you felt the magic of the oracle next to you, and you are clear of mind.
Gorthos, buddy.
Am I able to speak?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Upon this happening, you guys see a flash of magic go over the entire area. Gorthos truly was the one they were holding on to the most, because as you look beyond, almost with a shattering of the rainbow-like colors that you had seen before coming off of Adam, it goes over the entirety of the people left remaining here. As the shattering happens, the struggle seems to get worse as now everybody is conscious and they are struggling and running around like, ah!
Alright, we gotta get these two to shut up.
Okay, all right, we gotta, guys, it's me, your best friend.
That, you know, that falling over is probably accurate.
With some effort, Marco and Gallon, you were able to convince Mary and Gary to shut the fuck up. As this happens,
Mary, shut up.
most people around seem to struggle and fall. A few of them even get back up.
Am
As
I
you
supposed
see,
to be taking damage like Ronan did?
as you see, we'll get to that. I'm trying to get
Oh,
everybody.
okay.
I'm trying to decide who all is
Sorry.
getting up first. Hosier gets up. Moomeray gets up. Link gets up. Or Noah gets up. Or Rona gets up. Everyone else is on the ground, seemingly unconscious.
Even my boys.
Oh, Dawn's fine. Magic Frog does not get up. He is knocked unconscious.
No.
I tried
I
so
go for
hard
him.
to save Magic Frog earlier.
I know you did. I was like, why did they just do that? Why were they?
I tried to just be like,
I don't
oh,
like
maybe
this."
Gallon wants to do a funny thing with Magic Frog. But that was the only thing that came to mind. I'm like, how could I possibly? Nope, all right.
You know, I saw you
can't force
trying to
it.
get him to stay there. I
couldn't
didn't see
force
you
it.
trying to save him.
Yeah, I couldn't force it. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. He will rush to his boy.
You rush. You do find that when you get there, it does seem as if Magic Frog is just unconscious. But he is out.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the others around, it seems as if he is somewhat drained. The one thing I will say, as I am going to have you take some health here. Porthos. You will take 6 damage.
Ow.
The damage you guys just took from this takeover thing that happened with you, you cannot heal for the time being. This is not damage to your health. You have been drained.
Good, I'm at half health now.
What did I take the 2 HP? What did I take the 1 HP from before?
That was from the other, that was from you doing the auto success.
Oh, okay. So I'm assuming that also cannot be healed.
Yeah. Any
Okay,
damage you took during that entire thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, poor Adam.
Adam canonically would have a lot more health than he currently has, yes.
He got drained by like fucking 70 HP or some shit. Like it was nuts.
He also doesn't have his extra resistances and his extra stuff from having the spear.
That's true, yeah.
I fucking took him down without mercy.
Yeah, you did.
Luckily, again, he didn't have the spear. Because he would have had a lot of resistances. And also, he was 1 billion% taken over by something evil. So the Master Sword definitely did double damage to him.
Yeah, he did, sure fucking did. But the spear wouldn't have been a problem in the first place.
That's
like its whole bit.
As you guys bring yourselves together, I'm going to assume that you guys collect everyone you can.
Yeah.
Through Dawn's help, you are able to move Magic Frog. Rocket and Koro have been moved over here with you guys as well. Hosier seems rattled, but fine. He has taken a little bit, but that was mostly just from everything else that happened, not really anything else. He hasn't taken damage. The scream doesn't do damage, luckily.
It stuns you so they can hurt you.
Stuns you so they can grab you and do weird freaking movements all over you. Luckily, they don't do that.
We're gonna fight some that do at some point. I can feel it in my bones.
So that was the magic you had all witnessed before. Rowana looks about, holding on to their artificial ghost head.
Kinda, yeah.
They were supposed to be protected by the book. The goddess isn't gonna like that. Ah, fuck her.
I think
That's
it was
really weird to say, but I'm going to assume you have your own relations with them. Oh yeah, I hate them, but love them.
He's technically their dad now. Congratulations.
So we escaped then?
From that, yeah.
He is so sorry.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
We were not in our minds. Luckily, Marco is a surprisingly adept fighter with those things.
Whatever took you over had to be pretty fucking evil. If the Master Swords did that much to you.
Rova. Oh, you wish she understood anything about them.
You might gain more info from inside of there. You guys are at the actual Spirit Temple now. The only place that they haven't excavated.
Shall we go in and spelunk?
I shall watch over them here. I may not have any understanding of how anyone fights in this world, but in this body I am rather formidable, I believe. As long as that doesn't happen again. Just in case that does, though, perhaps the hound should stay with me as well. Looking over to Polo.
Someone should definitely stay with you.
Seems as if they are naturally resistant to these types of things. I'll also stay out here. To be fair, there's a part of me, looks over toward Marco, that almost wants to give away the values that I've had about not holding on to one of those. At the same time, shouldn't be long before we get her back, so I'll hold off a bit more. Besides, we have Mary and Gary. Also, ow.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah, that really hurt, but that was really good job, you two.
They look back to you like, everybody falls. No. Some of them will decide to stay out here to watch over the peeps. Marco, here.
Thank you.
First thing I did whenever I got here was find this thing. Didn't feel like having anyone fall on it and break it.
Thank you very much, Hose here. Are you gonna stay out here and rest up too?
I'll watch over them here. There's nothing for me in there, I don't think. Though perhaps I could think a little harder on using that thing you gave me for dealing with monsters that can take over our friends here.
Give it some thought.
I will.
This shouldn't take us too long.
Gonna be honest, Gorthos is right. I'd love to see what's actually in that. I opened that thing up before.
Oh, you mean the temple?
Oh, yeah, that.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the box.
Oh, no. What box? I'm playing.
I just saw Marco hand him a box.
What's in the box, Marco?
That's in his bag. Y'all didn't see it.
Oh, did we not? Okay.
Okay, cool. Anyway.
Reality research.
Y'all still think we kissed.
At this point, all of you guys would start to make your way inside. On the inside, you guys see Vega just sort of sitting there with Hermes. Things good? You guys fine?
Yeah.
Are you going to be all right?
Oh yeah. This little guy's a little rambunctious, but I think I can handle him. Also, everything stopped screaming out there, so I don't think he's bothered too much anymore.
Oh,
Good to
that's
see
good.
you. He's biting one of his fingers, just hanging off of it.
Look at him. He's curious.
Does Don come with?
Dawn could, but it is very tight in here.
Oh, okay.
It also
Gotcha.
isn't that far from what you can tell.
Okay.
As you guys step in here, getting down to the bottom layer with Vega just sort of watching down from where he is, you guys see the door in front of you. And inside, you see a large room. This room appears to be important. As you step in, the stone of the spirit temple surrounds you. There's no exits. It is just the one room. But what you see inside there appears to be a pedestal, the very far end center. Upon it, there is a jewel. This jewel appears to have a rainbow-like sheen, and light seems to be coming off of it. There is a red light, a yellow light, a purple light, and a green light. The red light is shining upon the northernmost wall. On that wall, you see what appears to be a small stack of bone shards. The westernmost wall, where the blue light is shining, you see what appears to be a pile of feathers. To the southern wall, where a yellow light is shining, you see a bare wall. Nothing on it. And toward the door, where you guys are entering from, the purple light is shining, falling upon each of you as you single file enter the door. Think that's that 4-gem thing?
Most likely.
But why would it still be here? Why would it not be moved? Is it?
Who else could possibly come here? What good would it do to anyone else?
Gorthos,
They
that
are-
bare yellow wall seems to be interesting to you.
He just wordlessly, after that, just wordlessly walks over to it.
I don't know if I'll.
You guys want to check out the other walls at all?
Actually, I'll check out the one opposite of where Gorthos is going.
That is the wall that seemingly has feathers on it.
Actually, the bare wall is south, so that would be the north
Shut
with
up.
the bone shards.
Sorry, my bad then.
I took the notes.
My
I'll shut
bad,
the
my
fuck
bad.
up.
It is the one with the bone shards at it.
Hmm.
Anybody want to check out the feathers or anything at the door?
I can check feathers.
Okay.
Then I will check by the purple on the doors.
All right. As each of you go to your separate places, we'll say that Gallon makes his way toward the center to look at the gem. Separate everybody just like this.
Perfect.
Ronan.
Yeah.
As you look at the bones, you find that the bones themselves seem almost as if they're just shards of something, but they do vaguely hold some kind of a shape, at least if you look at them from certain angles. Upon looking at it as well, you feel as if you might have seen a similar something before, only for your experience. Oh.
17.
These old worn bones seem to be in the shape of what you can only assume is a claw. And you've only seen a claw as big as this on one person.
Uh-huh.
You see what you can only think of as Volcircuit's claw.
Yeah. Huh.
Polo,
Mm-hmm.
making your way over toward the wall that has feathers blown about it. Only for your experience.
B. 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 Okay. 1.
You got a 1?
No, I'm
Oh.
adding a back. No. That is a wall. 18 plus 1
You also
plus
got a
2.
fleeting
That is,
heroism. I'm going to give you that as well. But yeah.
that is a 21.
You find whenever you look over here, you may have guessed it already, but don't worry, these numbers are going to mean something. You see what appear to be a pile of charred feathers, very old feathers as well. As you look to them, they look as if they were picked up over different times as well. None of them look as if they are aged the same way. But as you look to them, and at the ones that are the more recent ones, you see that they are shining an alabaster white, meaning that they could only belong to Ivori. In particular, the ones you see appear to have been some of the ones that they had lost whenever they had had the fight, whenever they were dusting away.
Mm-hmm.
The more recent ones appear to have been somewhat charred or dusted at the top. Marco,
Yes.
you make your way to the door. As you look to the opposite side of the door, you do see what appears to be depictions upon the wall, though these are very hard to read, very illegible. As you look at them, I would like you to roll me for your experience.
Sure thing. I will grab this boy. This goddess point, and I will do the 2 rolls. First roll is a 12, and the second roll is a 9. So 16.
It's hard to tell, but when you do look at it, you do find what appears to be a large, almost map-like thing of the room you're currently in. To the top, surrounded by a circle, almost an arcane-looking circle surrounding all these things. At the top, you see what appears to be the slight visage of a dragon. To the west, what appears to be the visage of a bird. To the south, what appears to be the visage of some kind of a bug or worm. And to the east, what appears to be some kind of a demon or a bull.
Could I infer this to be the 4 demon generals?
Potentially. But the thing that gets your eyes more than that is, again, the circle surrounding this area. There's no depiction of something in the center. There is a depiction of some kind of magic around the room itself.
The room itself seems to be surrounded by a magic circle of some sort.
Something like that, yes.
Something like that. And on this wall in specifics, are these like this magic circle rune thing? Is it in a different is it like plated in like some kind of magical thing that you notice that is not just is it just
It's just bare
just
wall.
just bare wall? So it's just a carving essentially, carving, drawing, whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm. Would the 4 of you like to return to the center?
Yeah.
Yes.
As you guys go towards Gallon, who is currently looking at the center area of this. So, but now we just take it?
It's too easy.
The room seems to be, or at least what the map on the east wall implies, is magical in some way. It could be trapped.
Is your trap thingy going off at all?
No, but nothing.
There's
happening that would
there's a
trigger it.
slight twinge,
There's a slight twinge, yeah.
but it isn't like a danger sense. You do feel that there is
Everything-
something about the room here, though. Something
about the
specifically
room.
about the items that are in the room.
Something specifically about it's something about the items in the room. It's hard denoting this feeling in words.
You want to try to do anything with the items in the room?
He will, I guess, go over to the feathers and pick one up.
You make your way
And
over
bring it
toward
to
the
the
feathers.
center.
As you do, you go to pick up a feather, and it doesn't move. As you try to lift this feather from the ground, it seems to be completely stuck in place. As if it weighed beyond anything you can lift. Something seems to have it stuck where it is.
I cannot move a feather. Either I've somehow lost all my strength in my arms, or it's physically stuck there.
Well,
Or
the
magically
wall,
stuck there.
the wall with the. You said there was a wall with bones. I heard that, right? I wasn't.
There's a ball to
Yeah.
there's a wall to the north with bones.
Yeah, the one that Ronan went to.
I saw what looked like Volcircuit's hand over there.
Feathers, bones. I'm sorry, my brain is mushy. I forgot what was on the western wall.
I can tell you everything that's on the walls right now if you guys want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more go through, please.
The eastern wall is just the door. On the inside of the door that you guys looked at, you saw the depiction of the 4 different sides, showing 4 different symbols you guys believe to be the 4 demon generals. To the north, you guys see the claw that you guys are decently sure is Volcircuit's. To the west, you guys see the pile of feathers from different time periods. The more recent ones seemingly to be the ones that fell from Ivory quite recently. There's the center area that has the gem in it, and to the south, along the southern wall, there is just the mask.
And there was a blank wall.
Nope.
No blank.
I thought you said it was bare with nothing.
Well, no, there's a mask.
A mask.
Yep.
Does it look like Majin?
Yeah, it's Majin's mask.
No, I know specifically you said it was a bare wall. Are you just being funny now, or did you forget?
I kept hearing bare wall earlier.
I don't know why. There's Majin's mask on there right now.
Is it
Motherfucker.
wait? Is it
See,
literally?
You
when
went
you
to
said
the
bare
wall,
wall, I
and now
thought you
there's
meant
the
like a
mask.
wall with a bear on it.
I
That
wrote
is-
it down
that is funny.
specifically, you fuck.
That'd been funny if it was just a bear. Anyway,
It's just a bear on the wall.
I'm gonna be
I thought
honest.
I thought it was a
I
bear.
thought that's
like
what it
in a bear
was.
wall.
No, the words were bare wall, nothing on it at all. You
Yeah, I heard
fucker.
bare
On the
wall.
southern
My
wall,
brain.
there is the mask of Majin.
just a
No,
carving, not the actual.
Nope, there's the
No,
mask of
it's there.
Majin.
What? Just I checked my inventory. Wait, what the fuck you mean?
The mask of
It's there
Majin
now.
is on the southern wall.
It's decided it's there now.
Where the fuck is his mask at? Where is his mask? It's not here.
Didn't the mask get destroyed?
No.
Nope.
No,
No?
Majin got destroyed, but not.
Majin
Majin
got
did.
destroyed.
That's how he got the mask.
He goes up the fucking mask. He tries to pull it off the wall.
That's right. I'll bring it over.
You ain't slick with me, fucker. I took notes in the moment.
It's right there.
Oh. So he reaches out and tries to take it.
Oh, it can't be moved. Feels as if it weighs far more than anything. It seems to be stuck on the southern wall.
How? His Hylian body was wearing it.
So,
How?
Miss Ivori's feathers are
Circumstance.
stuck to their wall. This mask now is stuck to the wall.
The claw.
Claw is. Oh yeah, sorry.
Depicting Vol's.
With the bone shards over there.
Wait.
Mm,
And the door shows 4 symbols.
Yep.
Are they
Yeah,
reminiscent
the
of
east-
what?
They appear to be depictions of, again, 4 creatures.
A
Three
dragon
of
to the north.
which you believe to be 3 members of the 4 demon generals. The 4th
And
one,
also
by extension, probably being the last one.
Even in the bowl.
Do any of them look like me?
One of them is a large demon-like creature with large horns, similar to like a bull.
It's a bull.
mm,
Like it's shaped like his old body, just with skin.
It doesn't
No.
have that detailed of a depiction. It's just a crude drawing of like a demonic bull-horned figure.
Your big skeleton had horns, so that's just where I'm drawing that.
But his horns are not bull horns. They go back like a dragon.
maybe they are
Again,
not
very
a
simple
bull.
depiction. Yeah,
Oh, simple. Okay, dude.
this is like a cave drawing.
Simplified. Okay, Unga Bunga cave painting hyper simplified. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
It's
I
Gothos,
mean-
a scene from above.
Oh, fuck yourself.
I mean, I guess maybe if you stand on the east side, something will happen. I hope you don't just get sucked onto the side onto the door, and you're stuck there.
It
I
would be
think
the
that would
first.
have already happened if that was the case.
It wouldn't be the first time it happened to him.
It's always worth a try, Gorthos.
He goes to the door. That's something the only wall without a depiction of a general on it.
Gorthos,
But why the generals?
you make your way to the easternmost door. And as you do stand there, you guys watch as Gorthos walks over to it. And closes the door.
Gorthos, why'd you close the door? Where's the door hole?
I just need to get that image and just Photoshop Gorthos over the and Marco over the fucking.
I'm so sorry. I just need this
There is
impulse control bad.
looking over toward where Gorthos is. A flash of magic. Multicolored magic. As the hold on Gorthos is released. Gorthos. Now you're going to take damage. Get all that health back.
Okay, cool. How much damage do I?
I guess it would have been easier for me to tell you to go down to 1 health.
Probably, because I would have sucked all the way.
Gorthos falls in their Donu body at the east side of the room.
Gorthos! Gonna run over to him.
As you rush to Gorthos, a shine from the center of this room rings out. The 4 bright lights seem to somewhat convene, shining a bright light at the north, the east, the west, and the south. Coming up from the orb, a ghostly figure can be seen, rising up in the vague shape of a person high above. To Ronan and Gorthos, looking back to the shape of this person, they seem to be the person you had saw, each of you, at different times. Gorthos, you see the person you saw whenever the sage had given its power to you. Ronan, you see the person you saw when you were released from the hold. A Gerudo woman flying high, a gem directly in their forehead. You then hear, all of you, it can split 1 into 4. But it could also bring 4 into 1.
There's ominous music playing. It should play now.
I'm getting one ready. It is this one.
No, I don't want to be Goro Marlo.
They fuse us.
As
I mean,
energy coming from the 4 sides of this room begin to rise up into the air. Polo, you sense demonic power coming from all 4 parts of the room. You see malice rising from the mask to the south, the feathers to the west, the bones to the north, and Gorthos to the east. Falling into the center of this place, where the woman's visage is being seen, a sickening pinkish red envelops their frame. The look of malice goes about them. It would have been difficult, especially with what all of you did, to get his essence back. But I think I'll keep it.
You don't understand the things you're doing. Get the artifact, get it!
At this point, does anybody want to do anything with the orb in the center of the room?
I ran over to Gorthos, so I'm a little farther away from it than y'all.
I'm gonna summon Ophi to
To try to engulf it?
Yes.
You definitely can try. Anything from you, Marco?
Tico,
What's up?
this is gonna be the weirdest ask. Could I, like, trick the magic item to think it already worked? So it doesn't actually activate?
It's already activated.
Damn.
I like what you think, though. I like
Don't
the way
worry,
you
it'll
think.
come back. Listen, it'll come back in the final fight. Don't worry. A specific thing in mind there. But regardless, fuck. I guess the only thing I can think of is to try to break a hole out of here before it does its thing, right?
You want to try to attack the door?
I would like to try to use the quick medallion to break open the door.
Okay. Then we will go first to Polo. Polo. As you are attempting to have Ophi engulf this thing, I would like for you to roll me for your magic, as you and Gallon seem to be at this point trying to overpower the magic in it.
Alright.
Ophi is engulfing it, and Gallon is trying to grab it and tear it off of its pedestal.
Alrighty.
You have a fleeting as well. Roll
All
one more
right.
time. The 19.
19 plus the 3 here and the 3 magic, so that is a 25.
Roll me Gallon's magic as well. We're adding it all together.
Right.
Oh, okay. I would like to try to use the Bonds of Gorthos for both of them, then. Give me a second.
You can use it for one of them.
Damn it.
One of
I'd
them's
say
already
use it
done
for
with their roll.
Gallon because Polo already got a
You would
really
only
good
be able to use it for Gallon because Polo already rolled.
Yeah.
He got a 5.
Shit.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 altogether. And you're going to try to add some points to it?
Yeah, I didn't beat the DC, so I think it's 3.
It gets halved, so
It's
it will be
halved.
3, yeah.
3 on top of that.
That would have been 15.
I said a 15.
Altogether, that is 40. You guys find, for a moment, the magic in the orb is overpowering the two of you. Ophi is not able to grip onto it enough, and it looks as if for a moment Ophi is about to be dispersed into shadows. The light of this thing seemingly piercing out all sides of Ophi's front jaw. However, Gallon seems to at this point throw its arms onto Ophi and begin healing Ophi. At which point, Ophi engulfs and picks it up off of the pedestal. The lights seem to fade from the 4 sides of the room. As they fade, you see the bones to the north, dust. The feathers do the same. The mask on the south falls from the wall and seems to crack. Gorthos,
Oh, shit. Oh. This is gonna
you
hurt.
feel woozy. Something about your head seems to almost fog over. Something has left you and you're decently sure you're never going to get it back.
Oh, not again.
Marco, you run over and you use the Quake Medallion. It seems as if for a moment the Quake Medallion is about to get overpowered, but you place it upon the door, and without even using magic, a large crack appears in the door. The 3 gems on the top shine outwards, as if being amplified by the medallion. As the crack appears on the door, the door splits into 4 different segments. Ronan, you go to Gorthos. At first, Gorthos was stuck, just like all the other items around this place. But as soon as they grabbed that orb, Gorthos became unstuck.
He's just collapsed.
Do you want to bring him out?
Bring him out.
Of here?
Oh, because the thing is open.
The door is open, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
You carry Gorthos out. As you do, Polo, you have the orb. Do you want to leave?
Yeah, she will take that from Ophi after seeing
grab-
Ophi almost fucking Thanos disintegrate in front of her.
You grab the orb. It is very pale in your hands as you grab it this time, but you do have it. As you run off with it, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Gallon looks down to the south, rushes over, grabs the mask, and then heads out. Thanks, Marco! You guys rush out. Vega is in front of you guys. What's going on? I smell a demon! What's happening?
We're going!
Crap.
We're leaving.
Okay! As you guys rush out into the front of the Spirit Temple. As you guys rush out, a wave of that magic follows you. That same sickening, malicious magic flies outward, going off to the very far end of this area and coalescing as it does. Where you at? Give me 1 second. Oh, there you are. I see you now. You guys see, forming in front of you, a great wind, followed by a storm, rain, lightning, fire, and a figure in the midst of it all. You guys see a Gerudo woman standing, surrounded by their 4 elements. The gem on their head flashing from one color to the next. And in their hand, what appears to be a large, almost rupee-like crystal. From what you can smell, Polo, to be pure demonic malice. But not just pure demonic malice, Polo.
Oh.
You smell what is something extremely familiar to the smell you had when you met Dompe. You smell demise.
That is no ordinary witch's gem. I would liken it to a piece of Demise himself.
Oh no.
It is pure solidified malice.
That's true. And you all came at just the correct moment as well. Because the one set to try to kill me is making his way from down the mountain. Wonderful to meet all of you.
We can't let her leave.
Leave? Oh, no. I'm not leaving here. I'm staying. And none of you are leaving here either. We all have to say hello. Whenever that creature is absorbed and changed back into his true form.
You can't do this. You don't understand.
You probably should have sent yourself to the spirit realm if you truly didn't want this to happen. Blacksmith. What created the 4 of you? What energy lies in the 4 of you that you tried so easily to seal away? When you tried to stop the rise of Ganon. You should have destroyed the 4 of you if you truly cared for this world. That's fine. You're going to be gone very soon anyway. You can't live without this. Your demonic heart.
That's what you took.
They
You'll
raise
take it back.
the gem over their head. As they do, Gorthos, you feel pain throughout your entire body. As they channel magic through it, setting it ablaze, you feel as if you yourself have been set ablaze.
Who are those?
It's nothing. We need to get it back.
I thought you might say that. So I've called something here to play with you. Come back to me, my pet. It's time. I got what you were after. You guys see her raise her hand to the sky. Coming down from the mountains above you. You guys see not this creature. This is just the creature that I want to show you guys because we finally got art for it and I can finally show it.
Let's go.
Hooray!
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah!
that's pretty fucking good.
Oh my fucking god.
We've had this for so long and you guys have never wanted to go back to it. We've had this art for so long. For literal
I'm sorry.
years.
You put in so many other things in front of us. It got pushed to the wayside. I'm sorry.
I can just imagine in the time you've been waiting, you've been telling Will, put more lines on it.
Oh, it is
Lil,
very intricate. It is very freaking
It's really
crazy. Cool. I love this thing.
It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna die so fast.
Also, man, I'm looking at the heckin' Gerudo lady here, and I see the little bats and the little bat brush. It's a bat brush.
Yeah,
It's a
it is.
Halloween bat brush.
You know, it's a keys brush.
Look at all the little bats.
I was like, at first I was like zoomed out. I was like, is that water? And then I zoom in. I'm like, no, it's a bunch of bats.
Oh yeah.
Fucking god, what the
You can
fuck?
really notice it. You can really notice it in like the little singular ones that are floating about.
Yeah.
Lily
That's
had
bad.
Lily had it as just like a foggy texture before, but I had them do something else with it because it wasn't getting picked up on tabletop.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, no, anything like translucent, it doesn't pick up. It has to be solid.
Yeah. As you guys see in front of you, this creature, having fallen down around the one in front, you guys hear a familiar roaring sound from behind. From still a decent ways up the mountain, but you guys could never forget the sound you heard. It is the same angry yell as the one you guys heard when you were visiting the past. The moblin from before. On its way directly toward all of you.
Did also says DM.
Before I... Duh. Oh,
What
perfect.
Oh boy,
What?
something else.
Oh no, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Everything's fine. I'm just gonna grab this real quick.
What?
Don't worry about it. Everything's fine.
But stop talking about it if
I'm
you don't want
trying.
us to worry about
I'm
it.
trying not to bring it up. You guys are bringing it up.
I'm not crazy. You're crazy.
I'm not crazy. You're crazy. I think we're gonna end things there for the night,
Is that what you think?
unless you have some kind of thing to stop me. Yeah.
Well, joke's on you. I fucking don't.
Hell yeah.
I can just imagine. Well, I don't think it's gonna be the case, but it's gonna be like, and my rock has finally killed Demise after he was like, no, he didn't.
Chico.
No, he didn't.
Chico.
Yay! I changed it.
Yay! Oh, that's so
Change.
cute.
What the fuck are you
Change
talking
what?
about?
It's
On
the
the stream.
reactive.
Yeah.
All on the stream. I gotta open the fucking stream up.
Do.
Oh,
Yay!
yeah.
Perfect.
A fucking. Oh my god.
So
Bad. God damn it.
It's a little fairy.
Oh, I see a little
Fairy
in the
blue.
corner.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
adorable.
Ah,
Mwah.
now you're cosplaying as Z.
I am what Z used to be before they gave up their strongest form to be purple.
Hey,
True.
I
Die. Wonderful. But yeah. Good job, guys.
Oh yeah, we did
Good
it.
job.
I thought this is gonna go down a lot differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We sure didn't question why there was the 4 demon generals in a room in the desert, huh?
No,
it
we
was
didn't.
weird, but my knowledge of the temple is 1,000 years out of date. I don't know why things would be the way they are.
Honestly,
There was a part of Polo I was like, maybe it's not a bull, maybe it's a sheep.
sheep also have horns. and, and it is a crude cave drawing.
So, you want to know something very funny about that?
But
Huh.
So, if I couldn't get Gorthos in that room in the position that I needed Gorthos in,
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say that the last of the 4 needed was going to be filled in with that feeling. You would have seen a certain item in that room, and that item would have been
Oh,
something
wow.
taken from Vega.
Oh.
no, this bitch got crystallized, the 4 of us, so that's pretty cool. We all were bored from that. Same floor. Shit, I ain't even thought about that.
No, we got it. We get it back, and then we give it back to you, and now you're 4 times a demon.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You're
Don't
4
worry about
times
it.
strong.
That'll be fine.
Something
Yeah.
I thought it was said to me that you can't never get it back.
It's something
what
you
does fucking
feel.
God
It's something
know?
you feel you can never have back. That's just your feelings, though. I hurt your feelings
Yeah,
all the
it's just
time.
feelings. We tend
You
to
hate them all the
actually then do shit that we probably shouldn't be able to do, and then we do it anyway. So we
If
should be
we-
fine.
Look, if we somehow manage to get that fucking crystal back, I might just swallow it.
Yeah,
you
let's
have
fucking
to.
go.
Just eat it.
Man,
Nom 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 nom.
So
Wait, that means
whenever
that
you
means-
guys were getting rid of everything, whenever you guys were releasing everyone, they realized you were like really hard on doing that, and they're just like, all right, maybe instead of like rushing things and throwing myself into battle or anything or rushing into there, I just say that I'm out and I release everyone else.
Mm.
They released everyone else so you guys wouldn't think that Gorthos was still taken over, because they were holding on to Gorthos super hard. The big thing with them was they weren't using magic to literally like control someone. They were literally inside of all of you.
mm-hmm.
They were just moving you
Oh.
around like little rag puppets. That's why they couldn't do more than one of you at a time.
They were wormy
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. This fucking bitch.
Am I actually at 1 health right now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, sick, cool.
Don't
So,
worry
like-
about it. I'm sure you'll be fine.
You can
Man.
I'll be
stand.
fine.
You can fight.
The only health point that matters is the last one.
Exactly.
You feel as if that was all of your strength in that.
If we come back in this room and I see a bunch of negatives on my fucking character sheet,
Your character sheet will probably look the same.
Maybe.
You see the camera pans over to Link as she nervously looks over at Marco, eyeing the other master sword in this
Like,
game.
Marco might need one of those. I didn't want to, but I might need one of those.
I might need you to give me one of those.
I mean, here's the thing. Right now, you guys have the gem that could bring Jason back, potentially.
We do.
So that could be something you guys work on doing next round, or next game.
Jason, welcome back. We're fighting a thing.
Jason, welcome back. Take the sword. Go. Fight.
And you said that she is actually here, right? She's not like a ghostly thing.
Nope, this is a for real person.
Okay.
They
That means
were
that she's
they were
real.
literally inside of each of you. They are
Okay.
very present.
That's a really fucked up version of what I do to skeletons.
So was her plan there for a second? Was her plan just to have us basically explode onto each other? Is that the thing? Because she was either going to do that or fuse us into one super being, and I don't know if she could have taken on a super being.
She did what she was planning. Her plan was
Okay.
to get the 4 things into one little gem and then now stop you guys from leaving. That is their plan.
Mm-hmm.
They are doing nothing else but those things.
Okay.
They are very much. We'll discuss this a bit more after we end the recording here. I think that now is a good time to do that. If you wanted to hear us discussing things, you should just show up on Mondays.
Yeah,
Show
come
up.
Monday.
Yeah.
Come on back.
Have my
Show up
permission
on
to
Monday,
come on Monday.
where we start a stream and then don't let people hear us for 35 minutes.
Well, it was a very important discussion we were having. Probably. I don't remember what it was about anyway.
We're gonna run off. Hope you guys have a good one. We'll see you guys next time.
Those aren't words.
Bye.